Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's your boy Trey here with the Almost Never Podcast, co-host with the most. Today we're going to be talking about Cenat getting his Nike deal. Shit's crazy. We got Beyonce going country. She thinks Jimmy Cash or something. We got Yeet passing Yea and Ty Dolla $ign for number one. We got the Chiefs win the Super Bowl. You all see Taylor Swift? What's up with that? And we're also talking about success and achievements. What does that look like to you in your 2024 year? You can check us out on all your DSPs, Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment. Stay tuned for the best episode of your lives.
Boom, 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 boom. My name is Ho.
Allow me to reintroduce myself.
My name is Jehovah. You will now be the witness. I like that. That's
Saturday
like a little
is-
Reggie Bullock look right there.
Wow. A, B, C, Q.
Schoolboy. Schoolboy. Schoolboy.
Q.
Smells like coffee.
Smells like coffee?
It's a candle. It's a candle. It's always a candle. Welcome, everybody, to the Almost Never Podcast. Thanks for joining us today. I am here with my friends, Sean, at Sean Corey Pickering on Instagram.
Howdy.
Our resident outdoorsman.
Shoot.
A man who has traveled through many trails and paths in life, including the Inca Trail in Peru.
Yes.
But perhaps the most important paths he has traversed, the paths of his own mind. How you doing, Sean? How's your week?
I'm lost in the path of my mind. Somebody bring snacks, rations.
Oh, you're hungry.
I did too much psilocybin. I'm lost in the sauce. It was a good week. Minus getting like a little sick. So yeah, the Valentine's Day went out, had some food. Thursday I woke up and was feeling a bit
poopy?
deathly for the whole day. It was like I felt
hollows.
like I felt hungover like crazy. Like the gut was bad, but then it kept on going. So I was like, this feels almost like food poisoning. And the pace basically went all day. And then I've been weaning off the...
Oh, I thought you were weaning off. I thought you were weaning on.
No, I'm weaning off Prozac.
Oh,
I thought
okay.
you were weaning on too, because that's what the words read.
Yeah, I think you said weaning on.
Oh.
I was like, oh, he's getting back on it.
That's what I said too.
I thought you were off it, and then you're getting back on it.
No, I'm
So I
not
was
off
like, oh,
it. I'm
Getting off it.
Weaning off it, yeah.
Getting off.
It's
So-
a cold turkey to kick.
It's weird. No, you just get like weird feelings. Like
Hormones.
randomly come over the body. Yeah. So I didn't know if that was part of it too, but other than that, it's a pretty good week. Didn't have to use an AK, so
I have to say, what's a good day?
yeah. How about yourself, sir?
Well, you
want-
just messed up my flow, but I'm also to my left is our man Trey at Doja the producer on Instagram. He is a musical maestro, a master of sounds, a what do you say? Some sort of like
Audio, aphasial, sensational.
yeah, sensational on all
Debutante.
musical instruments, whether the guitar, the keys,
Yep.
the skin flute.
Heard it?
He's well versed in all of them.
He's only heard it, never played it.
No, that's a myth.
How you doing, man? How you living?
It's been a good week, dude. It really feels good to have a car.
Yeah.
Blessed. Works cool. Maybe gonna rebuild the engine for Ryan and his blaster and his quad. Maybe save him some money.
Crazy.
Those 2-stroke, 4-stroke?
I think it's a 4-stroke. I don't know. We just did one. This dude we work with saved his kid some money. So
Nice.
yeah.
How's
Probably able
your
to save him like $1,000
How's
or
your
so.
Super Bowl Sunday?
It was cool. How was your guys? Was it good? We all saw it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we watched about like 95% of the game. I'd say I was with Sean
Yeah, you guys were
for
together.
Brad's in Huntington
Yeah,
Beach.
pretty much watched it all.
I was telling him it was funny because you guys went to the beach and then I went to Sean's and Tiff was over there with Casey.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Crazy.
And I was like, what are you guys doing up here?
That's cool.
The Brooke Sean connection, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Shout out
Strong.
Tiff. Shout out Casey.
But no, I thought the Super Bowl was cool. Like, I'm not a big football enthuse, but
not big into foosball, eh?
like I appreciate the sport.
All the hitting.
No, it's just a cool sport. I just never played it or really even watched it to really care about it because like I don't got a team or nothing like that. But I will watch the Super Bowl, so it was a cool game to me.
I was Bang Bang Niners gang for the day just because of the California representation.
I didn't feel like they were going to win, but I was with you.
They
all
they did very well.
I'd
say.
Oh yeah, they were Sean and all them. Sean lost his voice first half.
Oh, did he?
He was like, "Yeah, we got it this year," and then
the thrill of victory, the heart, the bitterness
5 minutes
of defeat.
before the game was over, Kat was like, "It's really quiet in here."
Ain't that the jam?
Because everyone over there was in Niners gear except for Roger, Cat, Randy, and Amanda.
Wearing Raiders?
They're wearing Raiders,
of course.
Gear.
Yeah.
Always a disappointment, isn't it?
But yeah, they were all Bang Bang Niner gang, and they're just like, "Oh, this is terrible." Oh, but funny story. Homegirl's dad was over there randomly. This girl Ashley, that we kick it with, her dad was there, and we were gonna smoke some weed because Sean had a gold leafed joint.
Okay.
So he was like, "Hey, I just need something to stuff it with." I was like, "Okay, I'll pack it up. We'll smoke it." So he was like, "Oh, I smoke weed," and then we're just like, "Okay, for sure." So he smoked it, and we didn't see him or whatever. And his daughter had told me that he came in and was just like, "I have to leave."
Fuck.
So
I can't be here.
Yeah, he left like before the game was over, type thing. 'Cause I think he was just like, "I gotta leave."
He thought he could keep up with that
too
lad.
much.
He could not.
He was chiefing it too. Like
This is
it was
too
only
wild.
Sean, Ryan, me, I think, and him.
He
Damn.
thought. He thought.
He
Thought he did a thing.
When keeping it real goes wrong.
Well, how was it for you guys? What do you think about Usher?
I thought it was
It's good.
magical.
Yeah.
I thought he was great.
Yeah.
Did everything everything right, I'd say.
He had it his way.
Also, we did you bet at all? Did
No.
the squares?
Dude, did you hear about?
So
I saw you won, but I don't know what the stipulation.
it was funny because I was like, I don't really bet. I don't really know the whole thing. And then Ron and Nufo shout out, like you're betting, and Nufo like fronted it, me and Marlene. I won because you bet by quarters.
Yeah.
I won all 4 quarters. I swept.
Yeah, he won
How
3
much-
quarters in the total.
This is
and
like
then-
$200.
Yeah. Okay. So it was squares. Then.
Yeah.
We were
Squares. So you
betting
get the 3
squares.
quarters, and then
Well,
we have
you
the
hit
final.
every square.
I dominated
You got it
because
all.
it's like I got the
got it all.
0-0.
You got it all.
And so the scores end with 0, which I just found out then. I didn't know how that worked, but I seemed to get magical ones, and then I bet these 2 on top of each other, and then when they would score, it was still me winning.
Yeah, shit was crazy. It would like shift. You'd be like, okay, he won. Oh, he's not winning anymore. And then right before the quarter, oh, he won back. And then you're like, okay, you're not winning again. And then like, then the scores were random because like you miss a extra point,
You're off.
all this
Field
kind of stuff.
goals.
Super weird. And then like we're like matching it up and stuff. And as the night goes by, people kind of get more drunk. So like people start reading it wrong, and they're like, no, it's Josh again.
Who was over there?
A bunch of his neighbors,
Yeah,
Ron, Nufo, Suge, Courtney,
Yeah, Courtney's sister.
Katie from Costa Rica. Shout out, Katie, Courtney's
Brad's
sister.
white. So what were the finger foods?
No, the food was pretty.
Was it bring your own?
There was
BYO
there was
potluck?
Yeah, it was like
Kinda.
people brought stuff. I know Courtney Nufo brought a charcuterie board, very very good. I don't know if you delved into that. Ron brought he bought 40 tacos from Del Taco.
You
had,
always
like-
need that guy.
I had like 3 of them.
You appreciate it.
They were
when you
all
eat
soggy.
it.
They were all soggy by the time I got there, and I got there before the game
But if
started.
you're
But I still
drunk,
had all.
They're
of them.
always the same, so you know what you're getting.
Yeah.
You're like,
They're always
cool.
the same after 5 minutes.
Yeah, and then after the
Did you have a chicken gyro at the end?
no, I was full because they had fajitas or
do-
no, what was
Gyros.
enchiladas? No, they had the enchilada plate.
Enchiladas?
You didn't have that?
What? Oh,
The
yeah.
chicken
No, I had that.
enchilada
I
with
had
the
that. I had
rice?
some of that. I had a
Yeah,
little bit of
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
It was a little too much.
Yeah. So once they brought heroes out, and I was like, I'm not gonna make myself a hero. Like I'm so full.
That was Shantu. They had so much food.
yeah.
I literally had I had 1 crab wonton, I believe it was,
Damn.
and then a bacon wrapped olive.
Ooh. Oh, that
I
sounds
never
salty.
That's unique.
Bruh.
I thought you were going to say date because, like, I'm down for
I
a
had
bacon wrap
never
date.
seen it ever, and I picked it up and I said it was 2 olives wrapped in bacon, and then
With they stuff.
yes,
Black
to be
olive or
stuffed.
green?
Green, right?
Green.
It had to be. Yeah. What's the stuff with?
I couldn't tell, but it
Cheese?
was good.
Oh, really? Okay.
Because you know, like pimentos are sometimes already stuffed with like the little like red. Yeah.
It was whatever it was. It was off whitish color. What it was
Cheese,
stuffed
I'm
with.
Uh-oh.
Here's some blue cheese.
But it was mainly meat. That's why I just I had one
Mayonnaise?
manly meat. Yeah, no,
What?
and it was just like
Did everyone keep their cool at the game? At the like,
no, yeah, everybody was because they were all Niner gang. So
no one-
and it was honestly it was kind of like a little get together for Sean's birthday too.
Oh, cool! Happy birthday, Sean.
Yeah,
Shout
so
out.
it was
When's
like
his birthday?
I believe it was
Feb?
like the 11th.
Hmm.
So it was the week of the game, whatever. So Brooke brought out a cake. We sang to him.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
Super cool.
But yeah, it was. I had fun. It was
I think I really appreciated the Alicia Keys red and the big old dress that they pulled away. I thought that was super sick.
Did
That was
anybody
crazy.
get all like, if that was my wife, I would sock usher?
No.
No.
Because Ryan was like, shout out driver, love you. But he was like, he ain't touching my wife like that. I'm like, your wife's not an entertainer.
Yeah, I mean, like, if they're an actor
Because
or
if
like
she
musician,
wasn't,
Yeah.
like, that's why I told him, I was like, she's like,
it's called professionalism.
it's
Yeah.
like if she's an actress, bro.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but that was dope. The roller skating.
I thought it was
fire.
great.
It was
like,
great.
The little John come through the crowd.
I appreciated that Usher can sing and actually dance. He's a performer.
Yeah.
Like a K-pop musician.
Okay. But I just appreciate
Waiting for that.
I appreciate that he can really do that because there's not a lot in any genre that can do that.
Very few.
and I mean,
in
but he is a 30-year seasoned
Yeah.
one would
veteran,
hope. Yeah, he'd know.
and he proved it.
Yeah,
He also
flawless.
he also looks the exact same as he did when I was like
All the girls let us know that.
I was like, except, I mean, but I'm talking about his face though. I was just like, bro, like, how are you looking the exact same as you were?
Money
like,
does that.
Well,
I
but
guess
even the
so, yeah.
physique, even if you're doing like that was, even if he, I don't whether
And
if
you
he
gotta
got work or
imagine
not,
he
but,
is
like,
only like 42.
Yeah, it's true. Dude's at 60.
but he
now,
takes
we're
care
like-
of himself. He
But,
probably,
but that's what I'm saying. We've all seen a good 60-year-old looking person if they take care of
but I would
themselves.
say like at 50, he's probably gonna look the same.
You know,
Facts.
you guys know that TV show? It's like old show called Cheers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So the people on that show, you got
They were actually younger than they
you got an
portray,
idea
right?
about their faces, right? They were in their 30s.
they
On
look
Cheers?
On
They
Cheers.
look like 40s.
Yeah,
They were like younger than us, man, like 35 and stuff. I'm like, what happened
age me.
between the year? Like,
I
what?
always trip on that
what
when
do
they
we
show
eat? What are we
basketball
eating?
players from the 70s and the fool will be like 25 with the straight cul-de-sac and just ripped.
Well, just look at
Oh,
like
yeah,
just
yeah,
look
yeah.
at like
Just like a man.
skincare and stuff. Nobody wore sunblock and stuff like that. Like, you
But
know?
people did.
But like, do people really
But
wear?
yeah, not like
Do people really wear sunblock now?
nah.
celebrities, yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
but like our friends.
I wear
don't look
sunblock
that
going out.
old. Yeah, I
I
know
don't think
you
they wear
do.
sunblock. I think they just have
I know you do.
dermatologists.
Asian don't raisin.
No, I think they just have dermatologists.
No, but I'm
that
even
put them
talking
on
about like our
skincare.
friends. Like, do any of your friends look like?
We were like the
Like
first generation that
Cheers.
started looking
Well,
young.
also like
young,
look
yeah.
look like what people are eating too, like because they were just eating, you know, like probably whatever frozen dinners, meat, potatoes, that sort of thing.
I guess
like,
that's true. Yeah,
Have you ever seen just a picture of your parents when they're like our age right now?
yeah.
Bro, I'm like, y'all
Dead.
look like you're 50.
My dad had 5 kids. No, I'm just kidding.
And then drinking too. Like look at like I'm sure we drank a lot, but like they drank into now. Like
Although I
they've
will-
been drinking for like
I will say
3-4 decades.
your dad. From the last time I saw him.
Oh, okay.
But
I
your,
mean,
but your dad, my dad, and like my dad's
looking like they look decent. For
my dad's 80.
I know,
So
that's
it's
like-
like
he's 80.
he's 80.
Yes, and
Three?
we can have. I can.
Yeah,
I
man.
joke around with his dad as if his dad's fucking 50.
Yeah, like it's pretty crazy with that. So I think there is
I get
some.
that.
Yeah, but I mean, he also no drinking, no smoking. Basically, he didn't start drinking till like I think he was in his 50s. So
I feel like if he was like, oh, you mean cigarettes? Because I was like, if he was smoking
No, yeah.
weed, like he'd be fine.
I
Like,
feel like
he-
you can
he
have
had
one
smoked weed,
vice for life.
yeah, It's just-
and I truly feel like that because we've all
Yeah,
seen that
that's true.
90-year-old drunk, but they only drink.
Yeah.
And maybe they chain smoke too, but like that's it.
Yeah.
They never did drugs.
yeah.
you
That's
know,
true.
like it's like you can have like
Devil's
one
lettuce.
thing. You can't just overindulge and
Everything, and then also like not have like any type of
activeness going on.
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, like I know you don't like work out, but your job's
I'm
active.
up all day.
So that's it. And I
don't
know
get
you
to-
run.
occasionally.
I don't get to chill, or I don't even get to like the luxury of sitting down. Sitting down for me is like doing paperwork.
I sit down all too much.
I know.
Yep.
You catch me standing up, I'm a little standing desk
like
doing
a butt
jumping
cushion or
jacks.
something like
Remember those moon boots back in the day?
Oh hell yeah! My cousin
jump
had them.
farther?
Yeah.
They were purple with black bands.
Bands,
in them,
yep.
and the bindings basically were like neon green.
Did you see those like
have those at work.
basketball, those like calf trainers where it was like the platform?
Oh yeah.
Where it gets you like
And the
in
heels were
basketball
hanging.
magazines like it's
I've
like
seen a whole aerobics class that uses those, and that's what they do.
Damn.
They just wear those for like an hour and do like
your
dancing.
calves will be killer though, you know?
You'll probably be in good shape.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
for
wonder what that does though, like the bad part of it, because like when you're working things out, but
Just
you're
overdevelop
sedentary.
one versus the other one.
Makes you think you just jump higher than you can.
It's like when remember like in the '90s the shock thing for your abs.
No,
Shock.
the '90s had stupid shit like. Have you seen the Hawaiian chair? Remember that one?
No.
It was like a chair that basically the butt part of it swivel like this, so you can get like an ab workout.
Oh, that was kind of like those 70s things where it had the like
those were the bands. You just said that. So this
Oh,
was
yeah,
a
they
chair.
shake you.
This was a chair that you can actually, if you move your hips around, would spin around. So like you could sit at your office and
Hula.
Well, like now,
You just
now
hula
they
with
have
the hula.
Bruh,
They
it was
have
like the
like the,
Hawaiian.
yeah.
They have like the little pedals you could do if you're sitting at your desk, or like a little,
My boss has a
or a little stair stepper.
She's got the what's the run in place? Why my brain can't
Treadmill?
Moonwalk?
She got the treadmill. Those little thin, like it's like boom. And she'll just be like sitting there. I asked her though, I'm like, for real, how many times do you actually use that?
Like, doesn't that make you feel like a hamster?
I just think like the novelty's got to wear off relatively quick on that.
You want to lose weight?
I mean, I think it helps with circulation, but it doesn't raise your heart rate or anything like
Just
that. So
running.
you just
That's where we are now, though. People feel like you can do like 10 things at once. So they're like, I'm already at work. Let's lose weight, too.
I mean,
I'm already losing my life. Might as well do it soon.
yeah.
Might as well get ripped at work.
But,
I can just sit there and do it.
How was your week? I mean, I don't have an illustrious.
I do.
That's all right. That's
I
my
mean-
job.
And to my right, we have the man, the myth, the legend himself, the artiste, the manifestio of Joshua, Andrew.
I am your co-host, Josh.
Acronym JAM.
My week was pretty good. Very very tiring. I'd say I won. It started off strong with that Super Bowl dub. But then
Well, you claimed it.
yeah, I don't care what team won. I won.
Oh,
I won.
you're that one.
I won.
He's claiming it because his fantasy's looking a little rough.
Oh yeah, it's not great. But
I stopped looking weeks ago.
yeah, we know that. On Valentine's, actually, it was great. It was went to Italian place as well. Have you heard of it? Olive Garden. It was
Is that is that like a one-off?
it was fire. We took the tour of Italy. It was like
Where'd they take you through?
$17.99, where you get like
Tuscan?
you get lasagna, you get some fettuccine, and then you get a chicken parm.
I thought it's Lagzna.
Woo! It was crazy. It was good. And then after that, Marlene got us tickets to see this burlesque in downtown at the
How was that?
at the Orpheum. I think it was actually my first time at the Orpheum. Beautiful theater.
Yeah, it really is. Small chairs.
Yeah, it is very small. Like
Yeah.
my knees were
were
just
touching?
like banging
Yeah.
up against the
What does
other people.
Orpheum mean?
I'll look it up while he talks.
I think it's like it's probably got a Greek roots or something.
I believe it's something with circle.
Could be.
It's a plant.
But yeah, it was dope. Like shout out Tease, if you please, Los Angeles. I think it was Donna. And we saw the first shout out, what is it? Tito Benito is the host, and I
Of the
believe it was
burlesque?
he was the MC. Jezebel Thunder.
Get it right.
She was him and her are going to Japan, the first burlesque performers to ever get a working visa to go do burlesque in Japan.
Wow.
Do they not approve?
It's just not part of the culture, you know. So they're the first people to get actual visas. I'm sure it's been done before, but this is actually like government approved and everything. Emma Vaudeville did this crazy number where she was in like a giant martini glass, and then she like did some sword swallowing type shit.
Ooh, that stuff's dope.
That's crazy.
And then I can't remember their name, but it was like the first non-binary burlesque performer to perform at Crazy Horse in Paris. I think it's something similar to like a Moulin Rouge type.
What is
place.
non-binary again?
You don't
see
affiliate
color?
with any sort of gender. You know what it goddamn is, Trey. Stop playing silly.
He said,
But yeah, like they did fucking flips in heels, like some
No,
5-inch
and
heels.
landed the heel, landed like
Yeah.
the,
Landed it into did a double
Yeah.
thing into splits.
was
Crazy.
it Wonderfully Terrible Things? Is that what it was? The burlesque show?
No,
Like, I wouldn't
tease if
call
you
it that.
please.
Tease if you please.
Tease me.
But yeah, it was great. I've only seen like I've seen like Cabaret before, which is like variety shows and stuff in Vegas with my parents when I was a kid. But then this is my first like proper burlesque show because I've seen it at like Harvard and Stone. They have the burlesque performers, but this was like a whole production. Great,
What
super
makes
talented
it burlesque
dancers.
other than cabaret?
I'm not really sure. I think it's just sexy. It's just sexy dancing. It's like choreographed numbers and stuff.
And
It was
like
really
it's
good.
like the outfits and
Yeah,
like
very-
the-
Cabaret can be
show.
that too, though.
No, I think cabaret is like it's more showy.
Showy.
Like they'd
Yeah,
have
okay.
like other talents,
More
like a
song and
singer,
dance.
maybe a comedian or some. Well, this was like this is
Sensual.
all like choreographed. Like it's all
Were there any
dance.
hoop dancers and stuff?
No, but there was like
Anyone
Ariel.
Yeah.
I can't remember her name, but she was dope too.
Funny if it would've
very
been
scary.
Ariel.
Very scary that stuff is, because you're just like suspended like 20, 30 feet.
Oh,
off
when
the
you're up
ground
into the
and you're
aerial?
just like,
Yeah, yeah.
all you got is gravity.
Did they do any like of the silk rope, or this called silks, like when they're hanging?
Oh, that shit.
and they like spin from like the cloth, like wrap.
Oh,
themselves up
that's
in-
what. Yeah, the aerial stuff. That's what
what
she
you
did.
Okay,
it was
yeah,
it was dope.
It was like two long scarves and they're spinning down.
No,
that
just
shit.
like one long
It's crazy
piece
how
of
they
like
tie themselves. It's just silk.
yeah, and then just like using momentum and their own body motion to spin and stuff. It was dope. I lost my voice off of that, or
you
no, I
were
just got
hooting and
hoarse
hollering?
because I was like
I love when like
painted back.
yeah, exactly.
Give 'em the energy.
I appreciate that because if you ever play a show, and Trey would probably understand this. You ever play a show and no one ever, and you end your song or something, and it's just like.
damn, those are the early days.
You're just
Those
like, damn,
suck,
someone
dude.
just be like, thank you. Like,
Yeah,
It would
no,
be
like
nice
I gotta.
back in the day when you get one little. But those are the sympathy ones. But then when you get people that are just like, hell yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to show love to everybody. Shout out Marlene, baby girl. That was a great night. She actually had to do a shoot the next day, so we got back at like 12, and she had to wake up at 3:30 to be in. It's kind of like near Southgate.
was that for the Sprouts thing?
Yeah, for Sprouts. This is
I
another
saw that.
Sprouts thing, and she was there for like 2 days. She had to wake up at 3:30. She didn't actually sleep. I got maybe like 2 hours of sleep. And then she's actually in Texas right now for a music video shoot. So
Beyonce?
no, this is Texas, but she's not holding him. But yeah, she's shucking through. I haven't gotten much sleep this past week,
But
probably
she's
less than I
holding him.
normally do. But
How much sleep do you usually get?
solid 5 a night,
That's tops.
5 to 6.
That's the same for you?
Yeah, like 6 is luxurious.
6 probably average 6. But anywhere from like if I'm staying up late,
That's crazy.
depends on if like Arya wakes me up or something.
You can imagine I wake up at 4:45, so even if I stay up till fucking
He's a construction man,
even
Yeah,
if I
but
stay up till
I would-
11, I've done surpassed.
I would go to sleep at 9 if I had to wake up there.
I can't live that life.
You
I
can.
make fun
you
of those
just-
people that I work with that do. I'm like, you went to sleep at 7? What a loser.
I mean, I love my sleep.
No, I've noticed as I've gotten older, like sleep is very important. So if I don't get that 6, if I get 4,
Oh,
like
then you feel
it's,
it?
It's big because that's like 50% loss. Like
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of huge.
I rarely get 8. I don't think I ever get 8, and if I do, it's because like I'm catching up because I lost.
I get
the day
8
before.
Friday to Saturday, and then Saturday and Sunday.
But then she
Saturday
was
to Sunday.
she was so she worked. She had to be on set at 4:30 on Wednesday and Thursday. On Wednesday, I stayed up with her, or I stayed over at her place, and then this morning, she woke up earlier, but I had to take her to the airport. Woke up at, I think we left at 5 because her flight was at
Sheesh.
6:45.
She had
So
a
I've been
red eye?
I've been up for a bit. I took a little nap, maybe like 15 minutes or something earlier.
That red eye. It's a short flight though.
Red eye's like nighttime, I think, though. More like nighttime. That's like a dawn eye.
Mm-hmm. I don't think there's anything different between cabaret and burlesque.
Yeah, maybe it's just the wording.
I
think of definitions.
Yeah, I think it might just actually be that burlesque is from Italy and cabaret
is
French.
Is from France.
Oh, you looking real French.
Sounds about right. Because I was
It's
like,
pretty much the same thing. They
It's
deliver
gotta be,
comedy,
yeah.
satire to music, and there's like singing and social dancing and stuff like that. It says burlesque is humorous, while cabaret is more art. So cabaret is more art storytelling, and burlesque, I guess, is more humor, satire.
Yeah, I guess I could see that.
I guess.
Yeah, it was more like like number to number. Like it was all like separate things.
Yeah, because I guess I could see in the cabaret the girl would be singing, but she'd be singing to like the crowd and like doing crowd work, like scarfing them and shit, putting their legs on them and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Where burlesque is more like, I guess, solo show.
Well, it's
But
like it
same
says
shit.
like burlesque is intended to cause laughter by caricaturing the manner of spirit of serious work, or treatment of, or by ludicrous treatment of their subjects.
It sounds like drag.
I guess drag could be that. Yeah, for sure. Have you ever been to a drag show?
I want to go to what is it, Hamburger Mary's?
Yeah, they do like drag brunch.
Yeah, I've been to there. I've been there, or one of the other places like that, but it wasn't during show times.
I've been to a drag show. Like they are fucking dope. Like so much energy. Like my first one, like I went, and it was like some very very illustrious houses in the scene, but I can't recall the name right now. But yeah, super entertaining. Like the skills are very
They're
on point.
entertainers.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely entertainers. We have a lot of entertainers to talk about this week, I
It's
suppose.
been a busy week in
Yeah,
entertainment.
where do you want to start it off at?
Well,
Fellas.
we could go back to Texas.
Speak on it.
Beyonce dropping a country song, actually country album, which is Act 2 that's supposed to...
Oh, it's actually an album?
Well, it's
Well,
gonna
it's gonna be
she's
an album. She's gonna drop a country album,
And everyone thinking Act 3 is gonna be either a return to R&B or like a rock inspired
because Act 1 was Renaissance, and so Act 2 is the country follow up of Renaissance, and there's
That's
gonna
what
be Act
people
3.
think 3 is gonna be like the rebirth, which either is gonna be the R&B or going to like the new.
It'd be
I'm
cool
into
to
it.
her. R&B
I like that
pretty
arc.
cool.
Everyone, I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say everyone, but like Joe Budden on his podcast was like, "You've only given us one R&B album in the last like a long time."
Yeah.
And we know you for R&B, so just please your core fans. You
That'd be
don't
cool.
have to- It would be cool to hear R&B from Beyonce, because Renaissance wasn't for R&B people. We know who that was for, and that's dope. I get it, but it wasn't for just the R&B fan.
Well, I don't think she doesn't make music for R&B fans. She makes music for Beyonce fans, because like the Hive will follow anything, you know? Like, because like
I don't know.
Renaissance...
Well, she's
Lemonade.
definitely making a country album.
I mean,
so
I
that's
think
totally- I
she
don't know.
might just make music. I don't
yeah.
even know if it's to the, because like, to be honest, I like the song. I like the.
I think it's
the-
dope.
cool.
I like take some.
I'm
I put
into
it
it.
on my monthly playlist because like I actually enjoyed it. I was like, well, if this comes up and I listen to it again,
Well, I think
I'll
of
enjoy
stuff
it.
like that, like how Drake put out the album that like had some tracks that Neil fucked with, the dance shit.
I love that. That's my favorite. That's my favorite.
But
Drake
that's what I'm
album.
saying. When you're like that, you can kind of, you know, but that isn't, that album wasn't made for, let's say, the quote unquote typical Drake fan.
Totally. Yeah.
And that's all I'm saying with this country album
I
with
mean,
Beyonce.
Maybe that's nice though that people don't like. It's a weird spot because I know we've talked
very weird.
We've talked about it here where like sometimes you just want your
Growth.
favorite artist to do what they do best, and you want that because you miss it. But then the other side of it is like you want growth because you don't want to see your favorite artist just do the same thing again and again. Like I think Logic is a very talented rapper. And I also, when I haven't listened to some of his albums for a while, but no, I listened to the last one. Maybe for the past 3, though, if I hear it, I'm like, these all 3 could be together. It could be one really long album. Doesn't mean
Side note, Logic, you're a piece of shit.
Oh,
I
shit.
know you're not going to see this, but you're a piece
Calling
of shit.
him out.
Why?
Wow.
You didn't see
Hostility.
the interview
I
he
didn't,
did with his
if I'm
dad?
asking.
He did an interview with his dad, which, if you listen to Logic's music, you know was an absentee father.
Yeah.
It's like an hour and some odd change of him just belittling his father,
Oh, just talking shit the whole time?
basically.
With
It's
him
like,
there?
And his dad takes it?
He's Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he takes it, but he's sitting there listening to him.
And then they put it out.
Logic puts it out.
Well, so the dad was like, he had to.
He had to put it out, but he's.
Gave him money.
Yeah, he had to get paid for
You can
it.
sit here while I belittle you.
It's like, Logic, you're a
pay
piece
you.
of shit, dude. I know you're conflicted. I know your childhood was troubled and shit, but
What bothers you about that?
There should be no way anybody can put their parent on that type of platform and just backhand the fuck out of them publicly. Keep that shit private. We don't need to know about that.
Well,
fans, public should not be privy to
But
that
it's
type of shit.
it's an interview, so
No,
obviously, like
he put that shit out. He made that shit.
but
Yeah,
he
but
wanted us
the
to see
dad
it.
had,
was
the dad
filmed.
had to say okay to it.
it was
Of
filmed.
course, but
So
when you're in a disparaging position, how many times did you guys have both sat here and say people do things?
Oh,
when-
for sure. Yeah.
yeah,
I
people
agree.
do things. I mean,
it's not a
he-
good look
he-
to put personal shit like that on the for the public.
Do you
But
think
that's
it's
what you
different when
that's
he's
what
been
you love. You love the tea. You love the gossip. Like that's
That's
what
not
half the
tea.
stuff you talk about.
Logic is a musical artist. Why are we
tea.
sitting there with the interview of
Personal
him and his
stuff is tea,
dad
dog.
about how he wasn't there for him as a kid?
I think that speaks to your position about how you see family things, which is cool. I'm not like saying like that's a bad thing. I think like you're giving us an insight in terms of like you don't think family things should be that.
I'm saying if you're gonna do that, go on Dr. Phil and shit. Don't be like, oh, I'm Logic. Hey, the next piece of content I'm gonna put out is me disparaging my father publicly because one, you guys already know he was a piece of shit, at least from my perspective.
Yeah.
So two, now I'm gonna berate him publicly, and you guys get to see that, and he was a piece of shit because he's not gonna do nothing to me.
He didn't get to say anything back.
Well, it's an interview, but he's just like, he was a drug addict. He wasn't around.
Yeah. So was he saying yes to this stuff?
He's just saying, I can't. What does a drug addict say? How can I be a father when I don't know what it is to live?
That's true.
I don't know what it is to get around.
Yeah.
I did have you, but
You think it's different him saying that when he's been saying it about his dad and the lyrics like for years?
no, I feel like
that
it was just
different?
like a one up because it was just like, it was so tasteless, dude. Like, one, your family isn't famous. We don't need to see them. You can talk about them. We don't need to see them. When Eminem was berating his mom, we don't get to see her. We maybe saw one or two pictures of this lady. We're not seeing, you know what?
Do you remember when she made the diss track back to him?
But that's like, we're not getting like, we never saw a sit down of Eminem
Yeah, yeah.
constructing a Dr. Phil interview, but
Yeah.
only asking questions that Eminem wants to ask to his mother. That's some in-house shit. You're not even going to have a therapist up there?
Yeah, but you don't believe in therapists, so what does that mean?
No. But I'm saying if you're so hurt, now you're going to monetize your hurt off of your father's. That's what I'm saying. You don't even have somebody there to mediate that knows what's going on. You're just taking all your pain and now showing the world all your pain at this man that probably now can't say anything because he probably does want money from you or just something. So he is going to publicly sit there and take it from you.
Well, I mean, I guess it's like I'm sure there was like consent and all that. He's like maybe gave an inkling of what it was
He's
about.
an ex-crackhead. He will
monetize
consent
them.
to doing anything. Like, and he wants money. That was the whole, like, you got to see it because I think if you see it, maybe you would have a different understanding of it because I feel weird when I see kids yelling or talking back to their parent. So this is an hour of some guy putting himself way above his dad that we can see is not in a good place.
Yeah. Did you watch the whole thing?
I watched it. I tried to. I couldn't. It's just like, dude, okay, I get it. He ain't a good person, but what are we getting from this?
Content. I mean, I feel like
It sounds like a content creation.
It is, but it's like people are hurting people more for content publicly. It's like, bruh, don't do that to your family. I don't care if he wasn't around. I truly don't. Like, there should be a line drawn.
Well, then isn't it like, so it's okay that, I mean, obviously it's not okay, but like, you just don't like the airing out of personal problems in that specific case or something? Or is it like the familial thing? You don't like the parent disrespect towards a parental
it's in
figure?
the way he did it because it wasn't constructed. Okay, when DMX and his son had issues, his son went to that black lady, Ayana, and tried to have a mediated thing. DMX wilded out on the camera and he didn't sit there, but it was mediated. Logic is sitting there telling his dad only his perspective of the shit. No mediation. His dad doesn't have the cognizance to be like, hey, man, because he's never been a father, really. You know what I mean? So it's just him talking shit to his dad for however long the interview is. And if you can stomach something like that, then by all means.
Do you think maybe
Like-
he hasn't said a lot of those things to his face, and this is like his chance to be like, this is how I
He
feel?
said it all to his face. He wanted just to
No,
double
exactly.
down and
Like
put it out on camera.
this was like the first time to like, maybe they haven't had. I feel like they probably had, but like he hasn't had a moment, and this is like him just letting go through all this rage of like what he's been holding back, and he just happened to film it. Do you think it was like that, or do you?
No,
think-
it's content because he has his podcast. It was content. This is something that has been very known if you're a fan of his. So I feel like it was monetary gain.
Well, but like if it's
It doesn't
business,
help
you said
either
there's
of
no
them.
business and there's no morals in business, so it's
But
is it
that's
because it's family? But
Exactly.
that's a business. Like
No,
you guys were
that's-
you guys were talking about the Kardashians
That's
last week.
marriage. That's his
Family.
child. That's family. Marriage is different. You marry into some shit. That's his kid.
Some would say that chosen family plays more of a part, is more important, depending on
Some
the person.
people don't
than-
have a family, so that's why they take that perspective of it. But he came from him. That's
Yeah.
lineage, living lineage. That's not. Oh, I chose to. There should be some formality of respect.
But then, where's the respect if he was absent?
What do you mean he was absent? What? So now because I wasn't around 30 years later, and you just so happened to make it, you have to now publicly humiliate me?
Well, no, I'm saying like, yeah, he has in lyrics. I don't really follow it. I'm just going off what you guys say, but like he doesn't have a. And yes, it is because it's public, but he doesn't have a right to tell his
No, he has
father
the
how
right
he
to
feels.
do it all. I'm just saying it's very uncouth.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of this stuff that you to this specific event, like you kind of like
Examples.
It's juicy. Like you like
Give me
the gossip
examples.
and stuff.
Yeah, but
whether
give me
it's
examples of the gossip I like, because I don't think it would be anything about a father and a child. Look how hard I was standing up for Kanye and his kid. Like anything like family is family, bro.
I mean, I think I heard. No, I'm
Just a
reiterating.
little bit.
I think I'm reiterating like what I said earlier. I think you're really just also giving us an insight, like on your insight with family. Like I mean, I imagine that you and your dad are not always eye to eye. Like
No.
but I'm also hearing that you would probably never say anything about it.
I could tell him about it, but I'm not going to publicly try to make a spectacle about.
Would you record anything? Like, would you talk about your dad on the podcast?
Yeah, I have.
But like
Not
ways that he had done you wrong, if he had. Because I don't want to say that it wasn't, but like,
Yeah, I mean, you can. Yes, you can definitely speak about your experiences.
Yeah.
And like I'm saying, I don't have really any problem with Logic speaking about his experience.
Yeah.
Especially with his dad being there. But if it's obviously as traumatic as it had been with you guys, I just feel like it would have been more productive for you to have maybe a mediator there that can kind of help you guys talk about these things that are difficult instead of you just being monetarily more valuable than your father directing the conversation with the direct that you want it to go.
yeah.
That's where it came off to me as not cool.
Did
It's
they
like,
did they say anything about ever like going and seeing? Because I know like
Logic has probably seen somebody, but I don't know if they've gone together.
that's what. So there's a lot.
That's
This
what
sounds
you-
like a lot behind that. We don't.
It's a lot
we
behind
don't
it.
really
It's
know.
like the first look. Okay, you're gonna give like in a year ago. Like there's just a lot of things with him and his dad. A year ago, he gave his dad a record contract.
Yeah, I
because
remember.
like you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But it wasn't like a Hit Boy type of thing. 'Cause
Yeah.
it was a joke. It was like make some music, I'll sign you. Sign
Yeah.
this paper. And that's just how I feel about Logic. He's just at this point, he's just like using his family as a catalyst to just be like, ha ha ha, I made it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could see, I agree where Sean's coming with, like, with the point and the perspective, because it's like, you're coming in with your point of view. That's how you view it. I mean, I can't see it from any other way than I experienced my, I had like not a great relationship with my father, but he was there. He wasn't absent. So I can't really say, like, he's just, I don't know what sort of like like void of feelings, or like maybe all this anger and resentment that balled up for however many years from him not being there. And then I don't know if he contacted his dad or if his dad contacted him.
Would you do something like that publicly though?
Well, I'm not like a public figure in that respect, so I can't speak on that.
Well, he isn't either in the sense of
they are. He's a tremendously public figure.
But for being a musical artist,
public, you don't get big in the music industry if you don't put your art out into the public sphere.
Who's your favorite artist?
That's
I don't know. That's kind of like
just throw me one.
A hard question.
No, just okay, not favorite, but just an artist you like. Give me an artist you like.
In
general, any medium, any field.
Let's say Vince Staples.
Do you know much about his family?
No.
What was his dad like? What was his mom like? What were the traumas he has with his parents?
I mean, he speaks about it. A lot of it in his songs.
I mean, you're trying to I hear what you're saying. I know what I think I know what you're trying to convey, but it's also different people. So you wouldn't expect it. I think what you're saying, and I think both of us would agree with you, is that we probably wouldn't do this to our parent. But at the same time, your question about would I have an interview with my parents? Yeah, I would. But I'm not big. I'm not important.
I think any of us would do what you just said. But what he did, I don't know if any of us would do.
And I haven't watched it or anything. I'm reading briefly as we talk right now, So, I mean, it does sound like his dad knew about the whole thing.
Of course. So we went into film it, and we're going to talk about this.
And so I do then. It's kind of like when you say, like, if you signed up for it, then can you really say, because I know you use that. So I really, at this, I mean, like, I haven't heard it. So just on this, it's hard for me to be like.
I started this with saying, of course he signed up. Of course he's getting money from this.
No, but it's hard for me to be like Logic is a dickhead because this scenario. Like, maybe
you are Logic.
Maybe this was him in your scenario, like the way you're seeing it, like that was an asshole move. Like, hey, that was an asshole move.
It is,
but
you're still a dick, Logic. Clean it up, please.
But
that's your father.
But really, I mean, it's interesting. I would love to hear more about that. I do want to say just one thing because we just kind of cut Beyonce off, and we didn't like. I think it's crazy how it became an instant thing about Beyonce's making a country album. And it's just like things I read. It's like she's gonna because she's now trying to take Taylor Swift on or white people music, and I'm just like,
I didn't even see that. But
it's just so crazy that like as a society of viewers, there's stories we have to create on why somebody's doing something that. And it's generally the person that we don't listen to or fuck with or things like that. So it's like, and
it justifies the rage.
I guess, yeah. I mean, because you briefly spoke on it. Somebody went to listen to the Beyonce song they asked for on a country radio station, and like, we don't play Beyonce. Now, I think your point's good. Maybe they never heard of it. Maybe the person on the phone could have been like, have you heard of
the
brand new?
Yeah.
The release, and he's like, can I?
Totally.
Can I kick you? Yes, you can.
And to be honest, if I didn't see
all the publications of
I didn't see Nadia's post,
you wouldn't even
which really was the only reason why I was like, what's Beyonce doing? And that brought it up for me.
So that's like what I was telling you.
Shout out Nadia.
It was all the hip hop and R&B publications that are posting it. No country publications posted that. Because she's not in that demographic or genre, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
She hasn't made her name in that genre, so it's like they're not keeping up. They probably don't care. Could be just a little Nas X thing. Could be something that's just she's just coming over here and making.
I was about
a song,
to say that
you know
has a
what
lot of parallels with Lil Nas X. Like they weren't playing him on country stations, but that's obviously country.
Yeah, and it's really kind of funny when you talk about country and what is country. The
perception of country is what.
Because some country I listen to and I'm like, yeah, that's country. But some stuff that's like the hits, I'm like, this just sounds
good music,
like kind of popular.
Yeah, who's that?
A slide of rock. Like it's a slide because like
country to me really was like they're singing with an accent. That is.
It was the twang in the
prominent.
Voice. Yeah.
But once that left, it became just.
I think though, like you said, like there's bluegrass. And there's big band, which big band like kind of brought on like the whole thing. And then you have Americana that like had an essence of folk. And like
because folk is kind of Americana.
yeah, like there is like that like
Americana would have
But
more or less come from country.
So it's
And
kind
then
of
people would say folk doesn't necessarily come from country. Folk could just be rock.
like when people say, "Do you like country?" And they're like, "Well, I like Johnny Cash, but I don't
It's
really like
like-
country because I think he's more folk." I'm like, "Well,
He's
I
like very
guess
bluegrass. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
I would
say he's
actually
bluegrass,
say that.
agreed.
I think it's a little more advanced because it's so new and it like follows. It like evolves so fast. I actually think country music and hip hop have a lot of parallels in that, like, a lot of people in the public sphere have these preconceptions of what hip hop
What it
is,
is.
what country
Totally.
is.
It's a good
And if
point.
anything deviates outside of that, they're like, that's not country. That's
But
not
then
hip
that's
hop.
why it gets thrown onto the quote unquote community that represents those genres to tell what it is.
But look at like
Right now, rap is on the urban. Country is looked at as on the
well,
white
look at
spectrum.
look at like, but like look at it like Ray
not
Sremmurd.
saying-
No, I'm not saying like any. I'm not disagreeing with you, but like look at Ray Sremmurd.
Yeah.
When they came out,
That they weren't looked
people
at.
were not, and that's like heralded by King Push right there.
Kanye wasn't looked at as. He was something else.
backpack rap in general.
They made a
was
whole
like
genre
a
because they're
joke.
like, he's not hip hop. He's
Cuddy as well.
he's backpack rap.
Yeah.
backpack rap. That was it was like all these guys now are backpack, and then that became backpack rap. Became
And then
SoundCloud rappers.
Well, backpack rap when the name was invented wasn't looked at as cool.
No.
It was like, oh, you backpack rap?
Yeah,
like look at like Gambino was
Gambino was
backpack rap. He was
backpack
That's
SoundCloud.
a child of backpack rap.
And then like
100%.
look at him now. Like if you think cool, like he's the coolest motherfucker out there. Donald
kinda
Glover.
is, man.
But that's kind of what we were saying when Kanye was the usher of that. Mm-hmm. He could have
Usher,
changed it.
the
because
usher of that.
yeah. Polo
shirt.
shirts, and the Dockers, and
Bro,
the,
he had
the
a
backpack.
bear.
Yeah, backpack bear.
He had the dropout
backpack.
bear.
Yeah.
Like, what rapper really was like?
I remember seeing that
like,
shit on
soft
TRL.
To be like, I'm gonna have a bear.
I would
as
say
my
that-
mascot.
I would say that
and he went to college.
Kanye
So dope,
and
though.
Pharrell. No, they're not like they're
No,
intertwined.
parallel.
Yeah,
Parallel.
very much
It's-
like they were both in that whole thing.
They were in that.
Polo
they
motherfuckers.
came from the time
Yeah.
that it was just like they were spearheading this. We aren't gangster because we aren't gangster.
We aren't. Why are we gonna
not
don't
like
call
Job
us-
Morant or anything. you know?
But in that same exact token, we are the essence of hip hop.
Yeah.
We live, breathe, and are hip hop. But I'm not a gangster.
It's kind of wild to me that, I mean, maybe I'm wrong and there's other ones, but I feel like Pharrell is the only rap area that really like
Which was the DMV.
well, it's like he's skateboard rap. Like he was all skateboard. Like Neptunes.
I heard
They were all
Can he really actually skate that?
He
He can
took the
skate.
aesthetic.
yeah,
but I
but that's
know.
what I mean. The
aesthetic.
aesthetic. But the only other person that talked about it since is like Lil Wayne.
Wheezy.
It's kind of
But because of Skateboard P, you got Rich the Kid who can actually
that's true.
kickflip down
Kickflip.
a,
Yeah, I think he did like
down a 7-stair.
Yeah, that is true.
You know what I mean? Board
Yeah.
slide kickflip down a 7-stair. So
Yeah.
you have rappers that you look at as rappers, but have adapted the skate culture.
Do you
I
know
think of that style.
Reese LaFleur?
Yeah.
He could skate.
Skate.
He could skate.
There's
skate.
actually
but he's in that same. He's on that
There's
same thing.
rappers that can fucking like skate. Phoenix Flexin from fucking Shoreline Mafia. All the Shoreline Mafia could actually skate.
Shout out.
I would want
Shout out Mill right there for the Reese
Yeah,
LaFleur.
they could fucking skate. Like, it's crazy.
I think shout out to the whole Shorties skateboard team in the 90s because that was, for me, being a skateboarder, that was the first, Fulfill a Dream was all hip hop. And I remember being
Muska helped.
the
Like,
Boombox
shout out
Vab,
Stevie,
Peter Smolik.
There's so many people that helped. And it's
Yeah.
like, even TK, Terry Kennedy.
for sure.
Oh,
yeah,
for
TK
sure.
did.
There's
You know, it's kinda-
Sheckler helped.
It's kind of
100%.
interesting to see that, like, how that's definitely intertwined with the rise of like streetwear.
Yeah.
For
dude,
Sure, you cannot.
Literally.
Osiris.
It's literally.
Osiris.
See?
Like,
Present.
you know, you have your favorite artist that like one, you know, you want to hear the same thing over and over again. But then we were talking about how
That's like what I wanted from like actually because they were the only ones doing that sound. I could listen to like Jungle just doing
knew
that.
you were gonna say that.
First or second album just over and over again. And so I think it was an adjustment with Volcano that you guys were like,
It was
different.
I went back to it. It's a really great album.
it's really good. Yeah, I guess you
I
know
don't stand corrected.
I have
No, it's a great album. I knew it was good. I just didn't know what I was listening to.
yeah that, and I also realized like when I hear What are you doing?
Ooh, he's fixing you.
Jimmy hat was popping up.
Your Jimmy's coming off. Can't have that happen.
Sorry.
I mean,
Not in the act.
not in the act. Yeah, when I hear certain things that get big, that sound where the sound's been around for a long time, and then people go like, "Oh my god, this sounds brand new." That usually to me is like,
Well, only if you were knowing of it before it got big.
that's what I mean.
Like Taylor
Following.
Swift and swag surfing. It's been big in the urban scene. since
What?
Doing this. Oh,
I don't even.
It's called swag surfing. Someone had a song called like about that back when Soulja
Did
Boy
she
was
do
big.
that or something?
Yeah.
Oh,
So they thought that she invented
you
it.
know more about Taylor Swift than I do.
Well, I mean, white people thought that Travis Kelce invented the fade.
Wait,
The
what?
hair.
Who?
These people must be very unconnected. What they did not like live during the 80s and 90s. Well, obviously, probably not. But like still.
I'm just saying, when you don't see something on somebody and you see somebody do it, and then they're like, "Oh, this is what it was," like that's who popularized it.
I
to
can't
you.
relate because I'm all seeing and all knowing, so I see
know.
everything.
I get
Did
it.
they not like watch cartoons where every single black cartoon had
Probably
the
don't watch
exact same
black
haircut?
cartoons. It's probably more Barney.
Even
and stuff like
Kwame
that.
on the fucking Captain Planet, he had a fade.
Well, those are different. Like the Kelsey fade is the newer fade, which is the black dude fade. We all know that. That's the black dude haircut.
It's like a high and tight.
It's the high fade. Yeah, high taper, temple fade, whatever you want to call that. But yeah, no. People did think he originated it, but that's what we're talking about.
That's
It's
so
just,
crazy.
Yeah, where are we going now?
no,
Oh,
just about how
that's wild, man.
a little bit, but it's nothing you can't not believe.
I guess you want to keep it on point. What's up with that Chiefs parade? What happened there?
Oh, good
They ever
Samaritans.
Did they ever catch the? they did.
Pedestrians did.
It was a younger person, right?
It was. I think it was two dudes, and I think it started over like a
It's a
scuffle.
Scuffle.
I
Yeah.
don't know,
But
it's
basically,
a scuffle.
Good Samaritans. I don't think we'd have a lot of those in California, but they tackled his ass and tripped his ass and fucking.
I don't agree with you there. Man, you know how many people out in the 909 are just waiting to tackle someone?
That's the 9
But that's just like they're just hype. They're not even like a good Samaritan thing. Let them shot.
I feel like 909 people, which is a huge area, they would
Marietta.
the only place you wouldn't want to be most likely is like
LA.
South OC. No.
Oh,
Depending on what LA side you are.
In the LA, I feel like anyone's just running or just cowering.
I don't know.
They're just
I think
freezing like a deer in
the more
headlights.
west you go, yeah, I
Just
agree.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
agree.
God.
I agree. The more west you go.
Like K Town
You're
and
right, maybe-
and east.
You're right. You're right.
I don't know. I don't think that applies.
Boyle Heights? I don't know, man.
You need a couple people that are just like, fuck that shit. I don't know if we got those out
I
here.
feel like you
Bro,
do.
spend some time.
I get it. They're out here, but I don't know if they out
Not
here,
downtown, but because
No,
nobody.
I
You got to
think-
go to the
nobody goes
outskirts.
into
I think if it's predominantly a non-white community, which
Of course.
so East LA or
we
South
take care of our
LA,
own.
Yeah,
then you aren't really. I feel like
Yeah,
those
it
places
gonna
you're,
make it too
you're not
far.
going to make it too
But
far.
then that's why
exactly.
people aren't doing those things in those communities.
That's why I'm just saying. I think the place that would maybe be the worst. I don't know though, because there are some crazy people in Dana Point. But like South OC, if you were like in like I don't know Lake Forest, it's probably bad.
just running the chair.
Just
But yeah,
running.
regardless, if you don't know, there was a shooting at
Yeah, I
the
shouldn't be
Kansas
making a
City
joke out of any of it.
Chief Super Bowl parade. One person did lose their life. I think two people were critically injured, and because of the quick acting of I think 2 or 3 good Samaritans that were just there getting intoxicated, having a good time, took his ass down, held him until the cops got there.
Yeah.
I think the main dude who took him down first, he said he didn't even really know what was going on beside people yelling, and he saw the dude running, and he said he just hopped on him, and he said after he had him on the ground, he said he saw the gun fall out, and he said, "Oh shit!"
It's like what did I just
This
do?
is real.
It's like I wouldn't have done that if I didn't have a couple
and
drinks.
you know how
in
the
me.
news has it, so his wife is just sitting there, just like,
So like I don't know if you guys saw this, but this is right
this
right
is-
here.
Yeah.
That's the dude that's running, and then he gets tackled.
Got him right there. So he said
Yeah.
some dude tripped him, and then
Yeah, he trips him, and then the other
and
dude
they
gets
just-
him.
He said it was him, and then he said it felt like fucking 3 hours, and he said it was probably 45 seconds waiting for the police.
Well, what's crazy is so like in this
He said
video,
it felt like eternity.
which I guess you can send this video, we could probably
Yeah.
cut it and clip it. But what's crazy is over here you got like the Samaritans, and then this can't, and like they're calling like this is the guy with the gun.
because the dude said he's like they really didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, but then
and then they were just
over
yelling like,
here-
"Hey,
You have the
cops.
other guy with the cops.
Cops
The cops are on the other one. And
That's
then
why
and then
he
they
said
suddenly
of
come
the
in.
two guys.
Yeah,
So the cops
two
got
guys
the other
split.
one, but they
That's
didn't
why he said it took.
Exactly.
He said it.
interesting.
Because the dude said he's like it felt like an
Yeah.
eternity. He's like I'm on this dude. Just be like, okay, where are the cops? Where are the
Well,
cops?
like
Where are
10
the
seconds
cops?
feels like a long time. That seemed like more than a minute. So it's like, that's a long time.
What I also now the two teenagers, they're teenagers.
They were younger.
They're
for
under
sure.
17.
Ooh.
Yeah, so
youth.
they're in juvenile right now,
Yeah,
detention.
They'll get.
In Missouri, if the charges are manslaughter, which will be because a
someone
woman
I
died.
thought Kansas City was in Kansas.
Well, it is. It's, no. It's Kansas City is part Kansas, part Missouri.
Yeah.
Kind of like St. Louis.
St. Louis.
Same thing. But in Missouri, if it's manslaughter, you'll be charged as an adult, and it can be from
Anywhere
low.
life, right?
Yeah. Well, low is the age of 12. So if you were 12 years old and you killed somebody,
crazy.
you could be charged.
But that's
as
why
an adult.
in those states where you hear like I only know because like the urban stuff is like those little 12-year-old actually
yeah,
shot
that-
somebody like getting tried as an adult.
Yeah.
I would think that one thing is like a drive-by or like in a neighborhood setting is one thing, but like you're in a
This is
crowded,
intentional.
literally.
This is intentional. No,
there's
but they have
thousands of
tried
people on
people
all
that
sides,
have
yeah.
been accidental as
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's like,
This is intentional. He's getting some
yeah,
time.
you do got those hormones of youth flowing through you
Well-
where you're making irrational decisions, but you're completely.
Yeah, I mean, there was 1 million, estimated
about
1 million
lucid is
people
right.
there. Now, my take is it's a huge social scene. So you have
Of course, it was all over national TV.
but and you're also not just attacking and you're killing innocent people, but it's America's like sport. It's America's like
national security.
Yeah, so I don't see them not being charged as adults.
They have to be charged as adults.
It's an open carry state?
It has to be.
They recovered multiple guns from the scene.
Everyone's got a gun out there.
Yeah. The guy
Yeah,
who tackled
yeah.
him probably had a gun too.
What
He said he didn't even think about that. He just said he heard something, saw a dude running.
and heard and like one guy tripped him, and I think there's no audio you can hear,
Yeah,
on these, but it appears like they're like get that guy. What I
That's
think
what
is
he said he heard. And then he said after he already was on him, he said, because he was wearing like a long jacket or whatever, he saw the gun fall on the ground. And then he said that's when shit started getting
That's when
real
it
in
took
his
a
head.
long time.
And he was just like, oh my God.
It's like,
Yeah.
I'm about to pass out. I hope they get here soon.
what's kind of wild is in the video, he does tackle him, and I'm curious what you guys in this scenario, if you can imagine yourself in this scenario, and you imagine yourself
Hero.
you imagine yourself that this guy drops a gun, you heard commotion, stuff like that. They don't beat on him. They hold him down.
Because I feel like that's all adrenaline. Like you have like, you're almost like a deer in frozen headlights. Like,
Well, I'm sure he's trying to get up.
of course, you're just keeping him down, and all you're thinking of is where's backup.
Yeah. And like,
Where is backup?
it's two gentlemen. Somebody else kind of
But to me, you're right. I felt like if that was me, I would have started wailing on the fool.
and it's interesting because then I'm wondering.
Started putting the hurt on
Well,
him.
then I start thinking like, maybe that doesn't go through your mind.
It probably doesn't,
Well,
not that quick, because
So,
Except for police, it seems like it does.
oh, well,
But you probably
they're
heard-
trained for
you
different.
probably hear bang bang, then you hear oh, then you see everyone pointing and a guy running at you.
Yeah, that's true.
Because, like, even in a crowd that
You're-
many, you'll hear that
You're
clack,
not
clack.
thinking about let
Yeah.
me get my Floyd Mayweather on. And
Well, the closest thing I could think of
Let
is
me
like
box him.
I was at a show at the Palladium, and there was like a drunk guy who was like
Getting
kind of being a
crazy.
dick. Like he was pushing like people at the edge of the pit, and he was like not even a pit. He was pushing people like little
Yeah, kids.
little people and stuff. So I was like,
Oh, like small
I
people?
was lit.
Or like small people.
Like short girls, like 5 foot
Okay.
or something, like on the sides of the little
Not
pit
Vern
thing,
Troyer.
and like not even like people getting wild. It was just like pushing people. And I remember I got him in a headlock,
You just held him?
and then I was like,
What do I do?
I was like, I was because I think the girl I was dating at the time, he like pushed her, and I just like,
manned up.
And I put him in a headlock.
Personed up.
and then I was like, what the fuck are you? I was like, what the F are you doing? Like, have you had enough? Because I held him there for like maybe 10 seconds. I was like, you had enough? Like, cut it out. And then I pushed him away. And then I saw him like maybe 10, 15 seconds later about to do the same thing. Because he was fucked up. So like, look at him that. He was very inebriated. And then I just jumped
Kicked
on him
in?
again. And I like got him in a solid headlock.
real headlock.
And I fell down backwards.
Took it with him.
And
Yeah.
I don't know if it was like blacking out, but like I just remember
Just held
like,
him till
I
someone
remember
got
I was
you
like
off
this, and like I was looking up, and they didn't know the context, but like 10 people were trying to pull me off of
course,
him.
yeah.
And I was like, I looked at the girl, I was like, we should go right now.
Yeah, no, I think stuff like that for like 99% of people, we're gonna do the same thing. Is it's a freeze up, but action then freeze up.
Yeah,
it's like, oh shit.
Yeah, keep doing like do that and like restrain.
It's not just gonna be like, I need to fucking kill this fool right now.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be that. It's gonna be just like, oh my god.
Because you didn't see the actual thing, you just saw the
Yeah.
aftermath.
You
of, like,
hear things, you see people pointing, you don't know what's going on. You don't know if this is the right fool, but you see someone running. So
I mean, what the
like
wild
the
thing, I'm going to show it again just because it's what we're talking about. And then again, we'll show it. The wild thing is when they take him down, look how many people
are just there,
there because they don't know.
This frozen.
But none of these people know
that he just shot
that he shot them and he's got a gun. This guy picks it up, and it's not until this woman comes in.
Dude, that's
no,
crazy.
it's wild. So
up,
she gives the gun to that person. It's not until she goes, yeah, and she's like, "Go!" This guy had a gun, and then you see people start running.
Saying.
And
yeah,
it's crazy.
So nobody even knew
So
what the fuck
people
was going
didn't even
on.
know what the
He said they were standing there. That is here, bang, bang, bang. People running, and then all of a sudden you see some people pointing at some fool running at you.
I have no idea what I would do. Now, like,
Yeah,
I've
I'd like
heard
to say that I'd be a hero, but I don't fucking know.
I've heard guns in a shooting range, outdoors, and also like in our like living.
But when it's not expected,
but not exactly.
Like
I've never been somewhere
sitting in the hood,
like,
that's kind of like, okay, it's 9 o'clock, bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, plus
being at
like
a gun range, bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, exactly.
But just being
at a celebration.
That's like being at Disneyland on Main Street, watching the parade and hearing bang, bang, bang.
Oh, that would be.
Well, that's the whole thing with like living in
fucking-
America is like that's not that it's expected, but like it could happen anytime.
But I don't
anywhere.
think
Like,
any of us would initially think, unless it was like right by our ears, like every one of us would
It
be like,
depends.
what is that?
It definitely depends.
because it's a
Depends on the
very
gun
particular
too.
thing. Because like
Yeah.
you know now, like you could tell the difference
Well, I'm saying
between
the
a
sound
firework
of it
and a
and how
gunshot.
close it is.
That's
to you.
what I mean.
I'm
Yeah.
saying if it's
Yeah.
kind of, let's say 100 yards away, you hear it, you're just like, what is that?
Yeah, it could
Then
be
all of a sudden you're just seeing commotion.
running.
Then all of a sudden you know,
Yeah.
but you're just
Mm-hmm.
frozen.
So shout out to those people, like because
I think that's pretty- yeah.
pretty wild. Like that's good reactions, you know.
And like the dude he literally just tackled him and was like, I didn't know, like
He
I
didn't
just-
even think about
Yeah.
You
it.
know how many
Yeah.
shots were fired in that?
I
It
just know,
doesn't-
I think
'cause,
3
like,
people
how many-
hit, 1 person died.
So
2
that's
people
probably
injured,
at
I
least
believe.
like
no,
5 shots, 5-6
were there
shots.
more?
no,
multiple
it
injured?
was like 22 people
20?
got shot.
So I'm like not counting like the ones that just go straight through. Like so that's like
No, there was,
that's
it
like
was rounds.
between 2 people.
Between 2 people.
So that's each firing at least 10 shots.
the
which is
first day,
crazy.
the first day
And
there was
crowded.
3.
In our
But I
minds, that's
think-
emptying a clip.
That's what
tallying
I.
10.
That's what I.
But
yeah.
in other
but that's-
places,
extendo.
yeah.
But in our head, it's like he emptied the clip.
Yeah,
For
you're
real.
clicking. You're clicking.
Yeah.
Hammer's just going down. Nothing's happening.
And also, like, it looked like that they were like point blank when you see
They
how
were.
close
They were
they'd
on the
be.
overpass.
Yeah,
just
just
opened up, and
unreal. I mean,
that's why
So
we need
one
to be
guy
protected, bro.
one guy got tackled and one just like
Protect
ran
what
into
you
the
love.
cops.
one
none of
guy
us-
got tackled by the cops. One guy, the cops intervened. The other dude,
Ran
was
and
yeah.
But like I said, Good Samaritans.
Yeah.
dude, like it's kind of goes unspoken because people don't really like to glorify these people. But there's heroes every day, dude.
100%.
Like for real, from teachers to
Yeah,
I don't
I mean
even
it's
care.
like teachers
Cops do some crazy.
It's like if you
shit,
break down inside road, somebody
firefighters.
just pulls over to help you out. Like
Bruh.
it's there's levels.
There's good people in the world still. Don't forget that.
I mean, there's a lot of good people. Like,
Most people are good.
But it's the negative stuff that makes the press.
yeah.
That's what we feed off of.
I mean, it's crazy. It was just dispute.
Logic.
It was a dispute between several people that ended in gunfire.
Yep. That's what happens in open carry state.
Do you think, because you're a gun guy,
I love them. Fun.
so you just said that's what happens in open carry state. Is that just something that's like, I'm not saying that you're making light of it, but
I think it's taken for granted.
is it kind of just being like, that's what's going to happen? Like that mentality is like,
no,
that's
it would
just-
be like if just think of it.
I'm
Just go down this road.
I'm
with
asking
me.
you the question for a reason.
go
So,
down
yeah,
this
yeah,
road.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Yeah, throw
It
it
would
up.
literally just be like thinking, and no one questions it. Oh my God, there was an accident on the freeway.
I mean, I guess so. Supposedly, yeah.
We have cars.
Yeah.
It's
we
more
have
prone.
freeways.
It's more
Yeah.
prone.
We
You're
have
more likely.
access ways for you to drive fast.
And I guess there are some people that probably mean to run into people, because I would say the only caveat is that one's
that
the
word
tag.
caveat.
It's always a small percent. But yeah, no, this is what happens in open carry state. But then you have people that know what gunfire sounds like, aren't scared when they hear close gunfire, and know, hey, this is an open carry state. We need to do something.
Yeah.
This fool's got a gun.
And like
in California, you hear someone with a gun, it's like, no one's got a gun, run. Run.
I mean, it isn't really hard though to have a license to carry. And
no, but you have to have a license. Over there, you can just be.
You don't even need a license to
just
procure
be
a firearm. Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, you
no
don't
background
have
checks
to
on
be
that.
18.
We know how that goes.
What's
just be a person.
That's
You can
where
have
the
a
story.
gun.
The story's going to end up coming down to where they got.
But
them
I don't
and
have
how
any
they got
problem
them.
with the grandpa giving a 10-year-old a rifle, a 22, and teaching him how to shoot.
Yeah, no, but
That's like far removed from
That's
that,
not
you
what
know?
you. This is very different.
That's the start.
I hear what you're saying to learn. I mean, because my dad grew up shooting like super young. You know,
I'm not
That's
saying
that was
everyone
regular.
turns like that, but that is the start of those places.
Yeah.
These people are introduced to
Although
guns.
if you got a handgun and you're walking,
I don't
around
know.
and
I
you're
feel
under
like
17.
I feel like if you're, I mean, I can't speak for sure, but like I feel like if you're raised with it at a young age, you kind of have a more of a respect for it than like
of
if
course,
you
but I'm
get into
saying
it as a
we
teen.
all know it's not like every person's a mass shooter.
No, just most.
So
of them.
it's something in you anyway.
Or just something that hasn't been.
But I don't think that
been-
person like went into that day like I'm like it's.
I don't
like,
know if you have a gun on you. That's the only one thing that I always am
Well, that's
curious
like the whole
about.
thing about an open carry state is like you're
100%.
carrying a gun with you, so you're expecting some sort of thing.
You're not expecting, in a sense. You could be, or you could be thinking something
But
could happen.
but it's cognizant. Like you're leaving your house for the day.
All I'm saying. We have
Cognizance.
freeways. We have cars. What's going to happen because we have those two things? Accidents.
Yeah. And the more cars, and then everyone has
Like, you know what I mean? So when we take that, what happens in the open carry state?
yeah,
You have the means, so
the percentage has to go up. Just percentages. If you play the game in percentages,
But then, like I said, people out
imagine.
there actively carry so that they're not so afraid when they do hear it and maybe like, oh shit, I am the line of defense that.
But then it's like
But no one.
Not a lot of people.
But no one pulled a gun to stop these guys.
Because I don't think that's not what you're not thinking in that.
because it's quicker to leap out of full than
Yeah.
It's instincts. Unless you're a military black ops person, you're not trained to pull a weapon out and fire.
Yeah, only cops are trained to shoot first.
You're trained to you're just gonna do whatever you think is gonna stop some person. So by you jumping on someone, you think it's gonna stop them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like it's more guns.
It is not a crime under Missouri law to openly carry a weapon into any place where concealed carry is prohibited, except for church, school bus, school, or onto the
Post
ground.
office, yeah.
That makes sense.
No, it's open carry state.
This is crazy. There's no age limit.
How could there be? Because like I said, a grandfather could give a 10-year-old a gun, and I don't see any problem with that.
but when I think about you go shooting, I don't see that as openly carrying a handgun.
But it is.
If you, I guess, in your backyard, you're openly carrying.
Bro, if you just think, you with your grandpa, hey Shawnee, let's go shoot up the hill on the back of the land.
I
It's
know.
open carry.
I guess so, but I'm just not.
I know you're not
I know.
think-
I know what you're saying. It is when
we
I'm
don't
thinking.
think of it like that.
When I'm thinking open carry,
You
open
think of
carry,
it
I'm thinking
toting
you
on the
walking
hip.
around. Yeah. You got
no, but it's just like,
Yeah.
hey, dude, like, we have hunting seasons here. It's not uncommon to see a 13-year-old with their friends maybe hunting for a deer.
Yeah, totally.
That's real life. It's just not our real life. People go fishing out here. What's the difference? It's the same shit.
Carry a rod, you're gonna get some fish.
No. But I'm saying it's the same thing. You see 12-year-olds with the fishing rod, and you don't think.
But if they don't have their license, they get that shit's crazy.
But you get what I'm saying.
I do. Yeah,
you get what I'm saying,
but also at the same time, don't get caught fishing without a fishing
Without a
license,
license. We
or
know it's
boating
bad.
without a boating
damn it.
license. That shit sucks.
But also, that's California.
100%. Make money any way possible.
Killer.
Yeah, because anywhere else, they're just like, fuck it, it's the creek. Go fishing.
You know what's crazy though? Like, so this is completely off topic, but California, we pay a whole lot of taxes. We have Caltrans. It's always doing something. There's always a freeway being, worked on, kind of something like that. I was talking to Laura about the streets in the East, and she's like, dude, like the potholes out there, like you don't even understand them. She's like,
Out where?
Out in the East Coast.
Because you got
Because it's always
freeze.
the-
Yeah, I was
yeah,
going to say they have
yeah.
different conditions.
100%, which is kind of funny because I'm just like, She's like, you guys have great roads. I'm like, we have great roads. I guess we do.
Well,
like, I mean,
we do compared to them. They have two lane half paved roads.
I mean, they got like your car will fall into the pothole.
But yeah, it's like
scenario.
Yeah, I mean, but
or
you're
off the
like,
embankment because there is no California that or even just anything.
Yeah, I remember once driving across Wyoming and it's just 2 lanes, boom, boom, and it's like that for like 6 hours.
Yeah,
you're just like, yo, how many people die on
And
this
if you
shit?
fall off of that, it's literally like 6 feet.
Yeah, it's embankment. Or you're just out into the desert with the fucking
So it's just
antelopes.
like, we take advantage of things, you know.
Shout out to Taylor Swift, I guess, for giving the
That's
family.
what we were talking about. Yeah, she donated $50K twice to the family,
to the
so
GoFundMe.
$100K.
Yeah, and then the team donated $200,000 to. I think it's like a joint thing to all
dope.
victims.
Like I love when people of stature do shit like that. I know it's a write off. I don't care, but it's
but still, yeah.
And
I mean,
then,
like they
Mahomes,
You don't.
and his wife went and saw like the kids in the.
You have to do like I love when like it sounds so stupid, but like the Make a Wish or something like that shit's so.
Does that sound stupid?
Oh, I'm good then. But it sounds so, it's like so heartwarming, dude. Because it's like, dude, like people forget, like we all are just out
Lucky.
here, dude.
Yeah.
And you know, it's just like we take for granted so many things.
It's dangerous business walking out your front door. You know what I mean?
Bruh, like we take for granted the fact we're not getting hit by meteors every second just by walking around.
Man, it is kind of crazy.
Of all things.
No, but if you
No, I'm just saying that's
I know.
that's falling from space.
but for real, actually, if you look at like the face of the moon, it's just cratered up, and you're just like, yo, we've been living on this planet
we
perfectly
take that for
ace.
There's hundreds of thousands of meteors crashing on Earth like every year.
Or a day.
Yep.
Well, not every day.
I wonder. I'm gonna look up that.
It's a lot. It's a
no,
lot.
I just want to look up the percentages.
Yeah,
of
no,
death by meteor.
it's low. It's low
Because they burn up to like little
No,
pebbles
it's
and
just
shit.
not that. It's just the places we populate in comparison to how big the surface area of the Earth is.
Yeah, compared to the
very
moon, the
small.
moon is very small.
No, just where people are on the Earth.
Oh, populated areas. Yeah.
Surface mass, it's very small. So we have meteors hitting us all the time, but the likelihood of it actually hitting a person in the smallest of, it's
Kanye.
Oh,
City.
dude, it's crazy small. Only like 7 in history.
that's what I'm saying. But we're
Been
getting
killed by a meteor.
But we're getting hit by meteors all the time.
hell. That's crazy.
some Renaissance shit.
I got that from Neil deGrasse. No, he's just saying
Oh
because
no,
of,
wait, no, it gets worse.
Well, it is.
I spoke to her
It's a
earlier.
lot of people that get hit, but I'm just saying how many people are on the Earth and how many people actually been hit.
Yo, you want to hear this crazy story? We wouldn't know this because it happened in 1490.
I probably thought the heavens were coming down.
Yo, this is crazy. According to numerous Chinese historical records kept in the Qiyang, whatever, April 4th, 1490, about 10,000 people died because an asteroid blew up over their city and fucking... That's wild.
There was this incident in Russia or Siberia where like people didn't die, but like an asteroid, they say, exploded right before it actually hit
Hit the Earth.
the Earth, and it flattened the forest, and it had like almost like a nuclear force of like how it flattened like within however many square miles. Like there's evidence.
I believe it. I think we've been here way longer than we have. I think we've been more technologically advanced too. I feel like we just been wiped out.
I mean, like there's so many things.
I feel like our last real technically advanced people, if it was true, was Atlantis, but they got wiped out
by the waves.
of a meteor.
Well, I mean, if you look at the it's like in the.
And it's like we're just constantly getting back.
But
to,
there's crazy things. Keep on. Whatever.
No, there's like things I can't remember the civilization, but it was like in the Mediterranean,
Babylonia.
Greek, Italian, like
Samaria?
area. No, those are
More. Yeah.
Middle East
Eastern.
area, but like they had indoor plumbing like
Yeah.
1,000
Yeah.
years ago. Like
Yeah. Well, like there's a lot of things that like you don't have to have like TVs to technically be technically advanced, like in terms of like power and stuff. Like
No.
you know
But
what
I think they
Like,
had power and vehicles. And
yeah,
stuff like that.
but I mean, like, is like our idea of technology really revolves around things, cameras, computers, stuff like that. Where like technology in terms of power, resources, and like things that
it's
can
obvious.
lift and
Whoever
stuff
built
like
the
that.
pyramids were technologically
Yeah.
more advanced than us at the moment.
they're saying like they couldn't do a lot of the things back then. Like even the Duomo.
do it right now.
influence, they couldn't do it to that precision because we would
No,
rely
we
too
can't
much
do
on
it right now.
No, we would rely
Yeah.
too much on technology, and it would
Exactly.
not be there. Whereas they were like, kind of eyeballing it to a certain extent.
Well, obviously not.
No, like they are, but they aren't because it's like theoretical. Like they don't have they don't have a
they map
they don't
the
have
stars.
Well, they don't
just
have
accurate
a like.
as we know
well, no,
now.
to say like to put up a dome, they don't have a computer simulation to simulate. Oh, if you put it like this, will it hold? Like it's kind of trusting the.
But maybe that should
trusting
tell
the
us the
process.
computer isn't. We built a computer.
Well, computer is just mathematics, but I'm saying it's like.
And also
Yeah.
silicone and
It's just
simulation.
Yeah, you know what I
Right.
mean. We
Like-
put this together. It's like
Copper.
they're manipulating shit that they didn't build. They're just augmenting like rocks and shit, but to the precision that can't be replicated.
Do you ever hear about the methane bubbles that just like appear? Like, okay, so like in Russia, it's happened because they have a lot of permafrost in Siberia
Oh,
and
I
stuff
do
like
know
that.
exactly what you're talking about.
And so you have frozen lakes and things like that, and it's trapped under giant methane bubbles, and then they freeze and they go up, and then
those worms. Those
it basically
ancient worms you're
take
talking
it. It's instant asphyxia.
asphyxiation.
Yeah, you instantly just die because you can't breathe because it takes all the air up.
It's too dense.
Yeah, it's and like
Has that ever happened to you from ammonia?
ammonia.
Well, you guys haven't been around.
Oh
concentrated
yeah, no,
ammonia.
where
I
it
have
takes
not.
yeah,
have.
I know you're talking about where it takes your like airway.
Almost been knocked out by concentrated
I've never been.
ammonia.
Has anybody ever like? Because
My
that's how you
boss
can get
passed
people.
out from concentrated ammonia.
Did somebody do it to him, or did he did it himself?
No, he was in a man.
Well, that's what you put on the
basically,
cloths.
He was in a manhole, and we have gas testers and stuff that you put down before people go down the shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess it wasn't reading it accurately, and he went down that shit. And no, so it read accurate. There was no methane or whatever.
Bubbles.
No, he cracked a valve, and it was straight
shit.
condensed chlorine.
Ooh, that was.
He straight said he didn't even get a turn on the wheel, and he said he just went.
Whoa!
And he said if he would have died if somebody wasn't over
That was
there
nerve
to pull
gas
him
back
out.
in the day.
To pull him out, yeah.
That's
he said he straight with it
crazy.
because he was in the hole. He was down like
Whoa.
20 feet and like a 3 by.
And they just saw him go out, and they
Yeah, because you have a dude like looking at you. You
Yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
And they just said he just passed out.
Because it's like mustard gas in World War One. Like
Out,
that shit is
dude,
like you're
just
just done.
yeah.
Out.
Even with a mask on, you're like
Yeah,
done.
done. He said out. That's just it's dangerous, dude.
The whole use of gas in wars was like, I mean, the whole mustard gas thing. I mean, just like
Chemical warfare, biological
yeah,
warfare.
you know, World War One. Geez, like, and people come back and it's just like it's still in their it burns your lungs. You come back with burned lungs. You might not die there, but you die later.
I read. I don't read anything these days. I watched this YouTube clip where it was about like what did they do with all the bodies from like world wars and stuff.
What did they do?
It was crazy because it's like a lot of them are
Credit cards?
back in the day from like World War II and before. They'd wait until the war was over until they would send the bodies back home.
Yeah, they have to. Yeah,
Yeah.
So they were like,
collect
so they were like 170,000 families were like send the body back home, but then like 120 were like just bury them.
because a
where
lot
they
of them
were.
they sent the body there was nothing in the caskets.
Well, yeah, because it really depends
find 'em,
because
yeah.
it's like it's
We know they did, but
whether
we can't
whether it
find
was
them.
hot or whether it was cold is like it's a field burial and like the Battle of the Bulge in World War II. You saw Band of Brothers. You see that? Like it's like you can't penetrate that. And there's like there's thousands or tens of thousands of people buried in that thing or like Napoleon's wars. All that stuff. It's like they didn't. It wasn't until recently, I think, that the 20th or 19th century that they started to retrieve
No
the
Man
dead.
Left Behind.
Yeah, retrieve the dead from the battlefield to like give them a proper burial. But otherwise, they just either left them there or bury them on the battlefield,
Yeah,
like impromptu.
they would just take the personal
funerals,
possessions that they can give
yeah,
back
and
to
just
the
like
family.
everything
and,
there. That's why dog tags were such a big thing then.
That was
Like World War I, World War II, dog tags had a very important role in like
Yeah.
identifying people because mustard gas, machine guns, artillery were like that was where they technology really it's crazy that technology is driven by war.
It's not driven by war, but it is funded by war.
No, it's driven by war. Like
It's not driven by war.
No, like look at like
I don't think scientists are out there necessarily thinking
No, but
I'm
the-
going to
no.
create. That's
If
what
you
I'm
look
saying.
at the HUDs on fighter aircraft.
I don't think
the computer
Einstein
systems
was like, "Oh, I want to destroy the world by creating the formula to make a nuclear bomb."
I think people. I think you say like funded. Like I think funds are what push it, and funds come from war funds, and they push technology.
Well, that's like but like Einstein didn't make the nuke.
Well, he
didn't make it being funded. Nor did he
but
make
at the same time, though,
but it drove it forward.
But at the same time, Oppenheimer and his whole group knew what they were doing, and that was funded to make.
But I'm just saying, Einstein didn't.
Yeah, but his thing wasn't. He technically wasn't
in the Manhattan Project.
Yeah, he wasn't really part of making his knowledge wasn't funded under the premise of we're going to make this. Yeah, like that wasn't connected.
But that's all I'm saying, and it was his knowledge that was the allowance to make the nuke, right?
I think that's a little
I'm giving him
generalized,
much,
but like it's a whole body of work by.
But it's like Newton relativity. With how much relativity has to do with stuff, I don't think he was funded to be like, this is gravity.
Well, that's like a completely different area. You can't really apply that to what we're talking
Newton's
about
law, so that's a different thing. Like scientific law is different than technology, where like Newton's law of relativity
gravity.
Yeah, but
law of relativity.
But Newton's law came from like apple falling and seeing and stuff like that, which is and it was not him creating anything. It was him witnessing something and being like, "Oh, I just saw this. Let me apply it." And then there's the law.
But I feel like that's how Einstein would created the premise of nuclear fusion.
That was like, I think it was all theoretical because like there was no evidence of fusion except for like the sun, and we don't have anything back then to observe like what are the processes to create fusion. I get what
you're saying, but I'm just trying to show the similarity in both of what they're doing.
But yeah, I mean, like look at like
they're trying to create destruction of the planet,
like
but what they create or what they've shown witness to is easily shown destruction to people.
But like taking it forward, like I think war drives technology because we wouldn't have a lot of this stuff without it. Like supercomputers that are on airplanes, like
I think because scientists drive tech, and I think
scientists work for the government, which work for the military.
But like, I don't think that they go into their job wanting to.
They don't, but that's what they're funding it for.
It doesn't matter.
I'm not talking about I'm not talking about individual contributions. I'm talking about as a whole. Warfare drives technology forward. Look at our military spending. Most of that stuff a lot of GPS is derived off of military technologies. A lot of the technology we have is derived off of military technology.
This is a great point. I think you'll both agree. Do wars drive technological advancement? Yes, but no. Yes, because we see technology advance at a faster speed during wartime, but not because war itself. It's because innovation happens at a faster pace whenever there's a sort of competition.
Very true.
So you could say, in that sense, war does push it, but not because
the smartest of minds aren't going into. They're not saying I'm the most brilliant of minds to destruct the world.
No, but I will say that I always see this in terms of like it's always presented in movies, so I don't know how real it is, but I take it as like somewhat. If the money's there,
you're gonna follow.
They're gonna do it,
of course.
And so it seems like
what's the field of dreams? If you build it,
but but it does seem like in the sense then it's like I know where this is going. Like I know this, like in the terms of the Soviet Union versus the U.S. specifically for you think about everything in Cold War.
China. Oh, you're talking about.
But I'm thinking, like from Germany, from end of World War II into the Cold War, you knew everything was going. So it's not like a scientist could be like, oh, I don't think my work is going to, destruction. It's like
they're privy to what's going on. Like look at like NASA. The beginning is that it's rooted in Nazi scientists, like
but also if
Werner von Braun.
If you're a brilliant mind and mathematics, statistical, and stuff like that, you need something to push the envelope, right?
And that would
but that's exactly what I'm saying. It's like military funding is what we get the most of.
But I'm saying the pushing of the point isn't the killing, it's the funding. And you're saying the funding is what happens because of the
no, but one wouldn't happen without the other. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's
do you think then a peaceful society stays?
It wouldn't like like peace doesn't drive things forward.
No,
But that's what I mean. So, like,
Yeah, exactly. I don't think we would have that without.
Can't have.
well, no, but like
peace.
think about this.
If there was peace, then there would be no meaning for existence.
Well, I don't agree with that.
Why not?
That's like
Because-
kind of like an abstract.
Because
like, you're drawing things. I feel like.
meaning for existence doesn't revolve around the idea of peace or no peace. Meaning for existence generally revolves around what's I and me in this whole scenario.
But what's I and me in most scenarios has to be better than you.
You're talking
Who are
about,
you battling?
but I feel like that's individual thing.
I'm just
Applying it
saying,
to a
what-
societal thing, I don't think those are necessarily
I
connected.
mean, take for instance Costa Rica. They don't have a military.
Okay.
They don't have a military. Quite likely, we would if that was if we had a country with a military and a country without a military, and they both started at the exact same time. They all have the same exact
But they have
resources
police,
and
right?
everything.
They have some sort of.
I mean,
have
without an industrial military complex is basically what I'm using.
I
yeah.
got what you're saying.
If you start two of them at the same time, the one with the industrial military complex is most likely going to be the more advanced, and the one that isn't. But
because they're not pushing the envelope on the one that isn't.
yeah, but I think at the same time they have meaning and purpose in life.
I'm not saying they don't.
So that's why I don't necessarily.
I'm not saying they don't.
well, no, but that's saying with like peace and stuff. Like they have peace.
I would like
But the
I
thing
see what you're
is,
saying,
when
but I
we
would
live
take
in
the
a
piece.
shared reality. When someone else is pushing the envelope, you can't just be like, "I'm going to live in the tree forest."
Well, what's your term of peace? Because I think what you're saying more is just like
That's like reverting.
competition.
That's
I think
what it
you're-
is.
But then that's not really peace. Like we're not like to me like.
Oh, what is peace? I don't know if humans can have peace.
But I'm saying like it sounds like you're talking about competition, and you're saying that competition is what is not peace. Like peace, competition is
all
not
it is.
peaceful.
well, because like look at like
feel that's
the
all it
U.S. and China is like
That's why
there
we
is
love
peace,
sports.
but there's
No, that's
competition.
why we love sports. That's why we have a team. That's why you choose something.
That's
why
not peace though. Like
How do you
isn't peace,
How
exactly.
do you define peace?
we
How do you define peace? Because I know
unintangible.
no. How do you define it?
It's unintangible.
What?
no, you
No.
individual basis.
What?
It's something that
When you have a
honestly
peaceful
can't-
day, what's a peaceful day? When
it's
you
not a peaceful day because there is something adversary in that day. There is no such thing as absolute peace. That is my definition.
Well, we're not talking
There
about
is
absolute
no
peace. Like
thing
what's a
as
he's
peace?
just
then how
asking
can you
what's, like-
use the word peace? If you're saying there's no such thing as peace, then
You sound
what
like
is
the government.
peace? You can't use a word and have it mean nothing. That doesn't make sense.
There is no way that everyone on this planet can coincide with goodwill intentions for every other person.
So what peace is to you is coinciding in goodwill intentions.
Yes.
So somehow coinciding goodwill intentions equals you can't have that in competition. Because like to me,
No, you can't. Because
to
someone
me
wants
peace.
to be best.
To me, peace is just absence of war and hostility. That's all.
Well, that's your opinion.
But that's what I'm.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't think that like, when you're watching a baseball game, you're like, wow, this is war.
But it is to certain people.
I mean, maybe so.
You don't think the managers, you don't think the big wigs, the
I don't think-
owners.
I
But
don't-
you're
I don't think
like-
it's war in the sense of you're taking land and killing, and you're trying to put money to achieve.
But it is. You are taking money.
destruction.
You're garnering money. Let's just look at any.
But you're not.
sport.
There's no. But like
Baseball.
besides a football,
Basketball.
like America,
Any
there's like
sport.
But there's
the
not
violence.
destruction.
There's
Like,
violence
There
and
is
peace. like
on the field.
No, I'm talking. You're using that. Then you're saying that as metaphorical.
Those are the
But you're saying that as
gladiators.
metaphorical.
Yes.
I'm not talking metaphorical.
I get you.
I'm talking about real war with
I-
destruction and death.
Get that, but it's easy to change the pieces from wherever you're sitting.
But
on the
then,
court.
but you're talking about
Then you're
like
talking about
something
something
that's like
different.
inconsequential in
No,
the
no,
big
no, because
picture
I feel
versus
like-
like death and
No,
thing.
any-
You're talking about a sport versus war. I don't think you can compare the two.
I can because I'm saying.
But you're saying metaphorically, though.
no. The people that are funding, perpetuating the war, look at it exactly as being a soccer manager or a coach of a team.
I don't believe they are.
They're looking at destruction of that place at all will possible.
I don't think so. I think like in the terms of like
I'm saying war.
yeah, in war, I think it is destruction.
That's all I'm saying.
But I don't think that is.
It's the same thing as a coach. How can we break down that defense? How can I break down that
Yeah,
player?
but I
How
don't-
can I
but
break
I-
down their weakness
but-
to execute?
But in that scenario, there is no stealing of land or resources. There's no death or killing. There's no.
But that's only to your
there's no
opinion.
slaving.
No, that's your opinion.
No.
That's a factual thing.
No. Don't just say it's opinion.
It's not.
Tell me then a scenario
Because
in the basketball
it's real to
game.
the players.
No.
It's not real.
No.
Why is it not real to
Tell
the
me
players? You're not a player, nor am I a player. But I'm saying, how can you tell me that that's not a real war?
They know that they're going home at the end of the night. They know that they're not killing people at the end of the day.
I mean,
that's
come
a
on.
fact.
Like I know,
You can be competitive. You can be competitive at the highest level, but you know that you're not ending a person's life.
Unless it was Rocky 4, in which case
I don't know about
3.
football. I think football, but I don't know about basketball. But almost every major sport, there's been death on field during game.
Yeah, but you're not going.
You're connecting two different things.
No,
I'm saying the mentality is the same. That's all. The mentality
I don't
is
think
exactly
so,
the
though.
same.
I think that's a really big statement to say. Given the fact that we've never been there, I mean, you could say the same thing to me. So this conversation,
You don't think Patrick Mahomes or Kelsey wanted to go and kill the other team on last Sunday?
Kill? No, I don't. Because
Metaphorically kill.
There's no metaphorically
dude,
and
there is.
fucking physically when
dude.
you're saying war
that's
and
different.
sports.
You can't turn it.
You can't say use
It
a
isn't
metaphorical.
because- no, but you guys are talking.
You're talking about an absolutes.
But you're talking about specific parts of war. We have warriors, let's just say, that sit behind a computer, don't touch any kind of real combat, but are killing people, right?
Yeah.
Drone flyers, right?
Yes, and that's war.
But I'm saying they don't have the same cognization of being on the front line as a infantry.
They don't have to. They know they're killing people. They're going into their job saying, "I'm sitting down and I'm killing people today."
You see, like. You
don't
see
think
people
so?
like I've seen interviews with people. They're
Wait.
like they watch the aftermath of their actions. They don't
I feel
sit
like
there.
they don't. I feel like they have a different.
They know. They can't just like tune out after they launch
Josh,
a
I
missile.
get that they know, but I don't feel like they know to the degree as an infantry.
But it doesn't.
person.
It's not the same as like a
It isn't saying they're
football.
killing people.
A football
No.
player versus a drone operator is not the same thing. You cannot say that is.
I think I can.
Yeah, you can. That's your opinion.
I mean, do you think, for the sake of it, when it's Iron Chef,
Okay.
you think that they're both going to war?
I think that they think that they are. Yes.
You really do?
Bro, I don't
No.
feel like I'm telling you.
I'm not trying to like
telling
annoy you.
anyone at the top of their game is feeling like this when they're in combat. It is combat. Whatever you want to call it, it's a game. It's combat.
All right, that's your opinion.
I get that, but I look at it as when you're on the top of your game.
Yeah.
It's combat.
Okay. I mean,
You're not giving them any kind of inch to win.
what do you mean?
But winning is not war. Is not winning.
That is war.
What are you talking
War is
about?
a game of winning. What is winning?
You haven't. I have had family in the military. You have like they do not talk about winning and losing.
What do they talk about?
dying.
They talk
Not
about
dying?
manning checkpoints, and they have to. It is on them.
And were
that
they the people that started the war? What
and
did
then-
Josh, you're talking about the soldiers.
Bro, I'm talking about what my brother told me. He's manning a checkpoint, and people, if they don't stop, they have to fucking shoot. They have to fill the car full of bullets. You think that's the same as like, oh, I'm stopping somebody at the 10-yard line? You think that's the same?
I'm asking.
That's
you to,
fucking insane.
I'm asking you to think of literally 10 steps above what your brother was doing and commanding people that are like dictating these wars. They're not looking at life like the way you're talking about it, Josh. I'm sorry to say it, but they're not.
I'm sorry, but athletes aren't looking at life like that either.
I feel like they are. It's
I'm
life or
okay.
death for them.
So I think it's really important that-
I'm like getting a account from a first-hand account from a soldier, and I haven't gotten a first-hand account from an athlete. I can't say that, but like I think you're two different things, dog.
I agree with you, Josh. I'm not going to say it's because it's not the same thing. But what I'm saying is the mentality when you're at the top of a sport, I feel like it's exactly being like infantry. It's them or me.
I mean, I mean, when you have life on your line, I
know you guys are putting that line, but
because we're talking because
I know,
because Trey,
I know.
because Trey.
I
No, you don't hear us because we are talking about war, and you keep on trying to lower that down.
Isn't war a game?
See, there's you go again. We're not talking about it. We're talking about the fact that you are shooting for your life.
Is war not a game?
You're
It
shooting.
is not. That's why there's called
Trey,
war games.
You're shooting for your life, man. Like, let's just like cut the bullshit. No one's throwing a football to the idea that if they don't do this, if I don't make this tackle, they're going to kill me. Kill me. That's not going through their head. That's not going through their head. That's not. If that was going through the head, you would see so many more fights on the field. You would see people ripping themselves, just beating the fuck out of each other because they would actually be fighting to the death because death is war. That's not happening.
I feel like I get what you're saying of like the top degree of competition, but like that's a kind of a disrespect to people who are like
Dying
dying.
for our country. and
Not
shit,
even like
man.
not even dying, but like risking their life, like bullets, feeling bullets like go past
No,
you.
I
I can't
I
can't
get what
relate.
you guys
But
are saying
like,
too, but that's also the same.
But you're giving this-
disrespect- No, that's also the same disrespect that they're calling a professional athlete as just saying they're playing a game.
But they are playing a game.
They know that they're
and
playing a
they will
game.
say that. Every single person, they go, wow, I can't believe I'm making this much money. My life is the best. I get to come here. I get to play the game that I love. They don't say I get to go to war that I
There's
love.
no soldiers that do. Listen to what I'm saying before you get crazy. There is no soldiers that say that.
There are. But I'm telling you that football people aren't saying that.
do you not hear? Do you not hear
like,
like
come on, man.
the interviews of athletes that are like, I'm just playing a game. There are soldiers out there that are risking their lives so I can play this game. Have you not heard those?
About the people like.
What are you
excuse me,
talking about then?
If you don't get the connection of what I'm talking about, but I'm saying the people that are sending the soldiers into the war have the same mentality as, say, an owner of a sports team or whatever. About
That's the first time you've said that exact thing in this whole conversation. I just want to point that out.
But that's why I'm telling you, because you guys are not understanding what I'm saying.
Because literally, it's the first time because you were saying that war and sports are the same.
Again, war is a game. I'm sorry if you guys don't look at it that way.
What are you saying? Sorry, just
war-
understand
yeah.
that you're expressing an
War,
opinion.
Yeah, war is a game.
So
war is a game.
So say it that
It's carried out with a victor and a loser.
So then what you're saying is my opinion is
My opinion
There you
is
go.
the people who are at the very top and say the military as implementing people, infantry, soldiers, they have a similar or same mentality of like a football owner for their team. It's just, we're winning. I'm not talking about the soldiers.
But the whole conversation that we started on was that. So I don't understand how you just decided.
No, I'm
to
just
change
saying
the
war is
conversation.
just
I think
like-
you're just backtracking on it because it's like I still don't agree with you in that like somebody who's sending these soldiers out in a conflict, they're like, we have a certain amount. If those don't fail, we send out more. They're cognizant of losses,
But it doesn't
of
affect them.
casualties.
right?
If in sports,
I'm saying it
you're
doesn't-
getting injuries.
Yeah, you're getting see.
It's not the same thing.
I get it. It's not the same thing, but I'm saying that the
But to draw a line to like say this is anywhere on the same level for any amount in anybody in the military is very disrespectful. I think they have a competitive mindset, yeah, but it's not anything like. I think that no matter if you're a general and you haven't been on the battlefield, like I do think that they have a weight in their decisions rather than like a coach or a team owner. Like I do not think it's the same.
So war and sports in definition is different to you.
Yes.
The definition of war in sports, yes, that's different. But I think so. Just backtrack. This all just came because the idea you said that peace isn't real, and that
I
can't
just said
be.
I don't think it can happen.
Yeah, and
Achievable.
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 And I think it was just saying about technology and stuff like that, and really,
You're right. That's where it all.
and really, what I think it does, what we were saying is, in the peaceful community, you don't have technological advances, where in
A
the
lot
war
less.
community, you have technological advances, which kind of goes with the idea that war pushes technological advances.
But that's
but again,
Like,
not
this is where
exactly not because the war itself, not because the killing itself, but because the battle between the two. But still,
You're right.
potato.
But you're absolutely right, because that's exactly where the difference is.
Yeah.
It's like these scientists know what they're working for, but they want to have technological advancement. They want to push the envelope, but they know that the military is going for, like, they are directly funding them. Yes. They know what they're.
But if you're not getting funding from somewhere else,
and then at the end of the day, they go, "Oh, I didn't know this. I just wanted my rockets to take."
Just like the dude who made the Glock switch.
Oh yeah,
who uses the Glock?
Yeah.
You know what it can do. You know what it will do. You know what I mean? I
did a terrible thing.
Yeah, you can't just go back and say, "Yeah, you made it, dude." Like,
yeah,
you started it. But yeah, I understand what you're saying, and I won't say there is really no comparison beside the fact that I feel war is a game like sports, but I would never say that a soldier does any of the same thing as a professional athlete, because they are, like we would say, be playing a game versus playing for their life.
Yeah.
So on that note, what is this yeet passes yay thing? What is that?
Well, that's
just to stay on the same plane.
Yeah, Yeet is just a new artist, and I mean, like we were saying, Ye passed Tay.
Yeah.
And he's one of the biggest of the new kids. I know you guys haven't heard of him, but he's
He was on Drake's album.
He was on Travis and Drake, I believe. But he's a new artist, and he's huge. Maybe even someone say bigger than Cardi or something like that. But yeah, he's number one right now, past Vultures for.
Oh, but that's just for
Billboard
an album.
Charts, right?
Like that's.
Yeah, it's an album,
I don't know. I just saw the headline. I was like, I don't know what that means.
Yeah, it's just a headline album. And yeah, so we'll see if he gets it for the whole week. But I mean, he's big to the kids. I can't.
Well, I think we were talking about this in previous weeks. I don't think you can have these genre-defining artists anymore that have like an iconic status. Like, what you could say is like, what's the last iconic artist that you could say that has cultural relevance in 10 years?
To you?
I can't say anything, but like, say like Lady Gaga, she has cultural relevance that is going to stay. 10 years from now, people will still know, but like, will like say Yeet.
Who is it
like
to you?
You might
No.
Pass.
Who is it to you?
That's a pretty good one.
Who is it to you? Because Gaga, yeah, for sure. She definitely had a grip of a demographic.
New?
10 years.
In the past 10 years, that is culturally significant.
Culturally.
Yeah, I know.
Because like
that means black, white.
Because Nicki is older than Gaga.
Bro,
Nicki has been.
I'm gonna
older
hate
than
what
Gaga.
I say right now.
You're right. Yeah.
Post Malone.
Yeah.
Because he kind of did.
He transcends.
Why do you hate saying that?
Because
I just don't necessarily.
He doesn't give him that value.
I don't think
he sang the. I don't know. There was like 3 songs.
He sang the national anthem or something like that. Yeah. Or Star Spangled Banner.
I'd say he killed it. Like he was good.
He's
so
a
like,
good artist.
I got nothing against Post Malone. He's actually got a great voice. You know, when he does his
he
thing.
He cares about artistry. I can tell.
Yeah. So I got nothing against him. I like me saying that Post Malone is somebody that culturally did something in the past 10 years. The only reason why I go to that, it's kind of hard to say.
It's a hard ticket.
Because look, he did the national anthem or whatever for the Super Bowl, and then he's playing Rolling Loud.
I mean, dude, he did rap. And then he went.
He has
and he
the only song
pop.
that's gone
double diamond. Yeah, literally, people like everywhere. Kind of,
that's what I'm saying. It has to surpass culture. It has to surpass.
And he kind of was the only dude who like really pulled. Like he was into the face tattoo scenario. He went ham on that.
Oh, I'm telling you, the last people we had. That's a good one because the last people we truly had, I would say, Tay, Drake.
Yeah, I was gonna. Those are too easy, but yeah,
Beyonce,
yeah.
And that's just going older now. You're like, but
yeah, that's like more than 10 years.
But
sure.
I would say right now, culturally relevant, Tay, Drake. They transcend gender, creed, nationality, race. It doesn't matter.
Who maybe? I'm curious on where the Bad Bunnies will be. In like a 5-10 years,
that's hard to say.
That's what I said before when you said like I just need
because I need to know how long the longevity. Yeah,
because I think he will be like I think like he will be referenced, but he might not be making music in say 5 years. That's just pulling that on my ass.
Like
but
it's being like a daddy Yankee to where he was huge.
Yeah,
so he's gonna become Christian.
No, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
like he was big, but then it was just like it didn't generate something that was like
he walked so other people can run.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking.
But same Daddy Yankee walked. So
No, he was.
Yeah, so
because
it's
it was Daddy Yankee and who else? Paul Wall.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just give me the light.
And with
Sean Paul.
Sean Paul.
I was like,
That's why I saw your face too, and I was like, "What did I say wrong? What did I say wrong?" Yeah, Paul Wall.
I did.
Sean Paul.
I was trying to compute some beautiful mind type shit to like
Yeah,
connect
I
that
saw
together.
your
I was
face,
like,
and you're just like, I hear one thing that's right, but
I'm
it
not going
doesn't
to call you out right now, but I don't know what the
doesn't-
hell happened right now.
It doesn't sound right. Yeah,
It's kind of crazy
Sean
looking
Paul.
at the Billboard
Sean
top
Paul.
100, top
Oh my
100 songs.
it's all over the
Baby
place. It's got to be.
It's all over the place, and there's a lot of people that I'm like, you're
Not gonna. Yeah,
like,
I know.
Like,
No, because it is. This we're in a weird place.
it's really hard to say where somebody's going to be in 10 years for new music. Like when I think of people like
Because
Sexy
it's so
Red,
they
Ice
ain't gonna
Spice,
be nowhere.
when I even think about people like Doja Cat,
She might.
that's what I mean.
Like,
Yeah,
Like,
maybe.
I don't think she's going to be breaking any
no.
like
or then
walls down. Or
you kind of take people like Miley Cyrus who
Did it already.
have done a thing where now she
It's Hannah Montana.
she can make music for the rest of her life because she basically
She's done it.
she's done it. Like,
She's done it.
You know, she did all the
Party in the
She
USA.
did everything, and now she's coming out. And she is a great singer, which really helps her out. And she can.
She's a trained artist.
Yeah,
like,
you know?
a musical artist. Like,
I mean, but look, like how you could almost say groundbreaking that Lil Nas X was at
100%.
a time, but like
was-
he's
I don't
almost
know if
irrelevant
he's-
now.
I was gonna say, I don't
Like nobody's
know
not
if-
even going to remember Montero. Like
He's
I thought that was good.
Yeah,
he's
but,
like shock value.
I think there's a lot of pockets in music too, because like
You're right. No, there is.
like take Billie Eilish. She's. I mean, I
She's
still think she's
huge,
huge.
but
I still
it's
think
in a
she's
po-
huge. Like, and I still think like when it comes to like that genre,
she's the biggest.
she like but I don't want to call it sad girl music because I think that's kind of like I know I use that, but it's probably undermining and not.
I mean, yeah,
misogynistic.
listen to the rest of her music because it's not just all sad girl shit. So
No. But I mean the people that listen to it are sad girls.
but that's also just like putting a label on things.
That's why I use
Yeah.
the statement. But like it's kind of like girls who listen to Lana Del Rey call it sad girl music. They call themselves sad girls, but her music necessarily isn't all sad girl. It's just like that's kind of a genre that's been toted by I think
Emo.
white
yeah, I
girls.
mean, like look at like
emo.
Drake. People
Yeah.
were saying that's sad boy music.
No,
Yeah.
you're abs-
I mean, besides like Lil Peep, that was sad boy
Yeah.
shit. But like Drake isn't. He was.
Why was
and
they
did some
like
shit, but it's
emo?
like-
We know that genre well enough. There was tough shit in emo. There was soft shit in emo.
I see Billie Eilish lasting longer than Ariana Grande.
Well,
Whoa.
that's for sure. I would
think
agree
so.
with that, but like,
In
I
what
think
sense?
I think because Billie Eilish has already done multiple different styles of sound where I think she has. She's like made like soft songs, ballads, poppy songs. And so she has that. I think
we do know that Ariana was like a child star, right?
yeah. But people don't really like
I'm not. No.
I'm not hating on Ariana Grande at all. I'm not much of a listener, but like I know she dropped a new song that came out recently. It was the Yes and like people that listen to it that I know that they listen to it were kind of like, oh yeah, whatever. I'm not really much into Ariana too much anymore. So I don't like. It's hard. All my statements. It's very hard. I think to really put your foot in for a full 10-year window and actually like.
Not on her though. Ari's been here 10 already.
I
but
know,
like,
but
that's
10,
but
yeah,
that's
but
what
another
I'm
10,
but not-
because the
but
things, the industry has changed so much
How
in
long
the
has
past
Billy
10
been
years.
here?
No, but what I'm saying is being culturally relevant on like a 10-year window.
No, I get what
Like,
you're saying, but
that-
Ari's already done that. She's her.
But I will say,
She's
I
her.
will say for like, if they stop both now, I feel like
Ari's her.
I will say like, maybe not in 10 years, people are talking about Ariana Grande, maybe not talking about Billie
or
Eilish.
either.
I feel like Lana Del Rey might have something though, as
Yeah.
more limited in scope as she is.
also because
I could see that
a
just
very-
because of
yeah,
other
she
things.
does it better than other people.
No, it's just other things.
I think her specific sound.
Yeah,
is,
she does that
is-
better,
is-
and she is more hyper focused rather than like.
and she's been doing it for about 15 years now. Or
That's
whatever.
the other things. It's not new to her. That's her.
Honing.
Yeah,
It's her. It's
But
not
I'm-
like she's just hitting a new album every 1 year that sounds completely different.
I think if people that are Gen Zs are fucking with Ariana Grande, then I take back what I say, and she's good
that's true because they can grow.
because
I don't
that's
know,
it. Because
though.
I
No,
know
'cause they're
because I know
growing.
Gen
If
Zs
they
fuck with Lana Del Rey. So it's like if that's the case,
that's like cross-generational.
Because I know that's what I'm saying. Like that's like that thing.
married
Like
to a
I
cop.
know millennials. We were listening to Ariana Grande for a long time.
No, I know what you mean.
So that's what like.
I feel like they are though, because I feel like
Yeah.
she just performed with what? I mean, she didn't just, but she did the whole thing with Thundercat, JD, and Dami. Like she's tapped in still with,
That's dope to do work with those people.
because she's an actual like.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not saying
Yeah.
Lana can't sing, but we know like Ariana.
She's got range. She's got way more
she's
range.
a
Infinitely
singer.
more range.
I'm not saying she's a songwriter. She's a singer.
She's like a Mariah Carey. Did Mariah Carey
Exactly.
like she didn't
No,
write? She didn't
that's
write
what I'm saying.
nothing.
Lana
She's the
Del
voice.
Rey, she gives an aesthetic.
She's
as
a
well.
singer. She's a singer songwriter. Whereas I guess you could say that's the thing that separates maybe Ariana versus Taylor Swift is like,
Ariana's a singer.
yeah, she's just a singer where she doesn't write anything.
Compare her to the Mariahs, the Whitneys. She's a singer.
A talent. She's the talent. She's the
A
talent.
singer. Yes.
What do you think about SZA?
She goes, I guess, more
The only
than
reason
Lana
why I'm saying this
because
one is she's been
singer-songwriter.
She's been on the top 10 for 60 weeks straight.
No, she's her. She's her for like
Yeah,
because
yeah.
black girls and white girls love her.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that is like a Lana. You're right. It's like that
Less
same kind of
divisive
zone.
than a Lana.
It's not. It's like the black girls look at her and say that's black girl magic. The white girls look at her and say she's not threatening.
I'm not going to argue with that. I'm not going to.
I can relate to this music.
No, but am I lying or
Yeah,
not?
yeah,
Like
no, I hear you. Yeah.
it's
Totally.
It
Well,
sounds
there-
almost
there-
like pop.
Well, there
because
is
it
something
pop.
that is something like where say
is.
like a Cardi or Nicki Minaj are on
Pushing
one end,
the envelope a little
and then
more, yeah.
like SZA's right here, and then in
that
between,
is the spectrum, and
in between is like Doja Cat
exactly
pushing it, but not too
That is
much.
that is the spectrum. That is the spectrum.
And I don't want to like pit anybody's legacy on anything else, but like
that's
where
the
it
spectrum.
stands
It's
is
where
like,
you have
Yeah.
like the, let's say, the ratchetness, Foxy's, Little Kim's, and now you're
Love
having
myself, Foxy.
no, but the extent would be like the Dojas, the Scissors, to where they're just like eclectic.
Yeah.
You don't.
Yeah.
yeah, and like look at like
Like artsy.
Sexy
So
Red is like
eclectic.
Yeah.
she's
Ratchet.
not there anymore.
She's ratchet.
But like she's not like I feel like when it's
That's those pockets. People will fuck with Sexy Red, and she probably will stay around for enough.
White and black, because
Yeah.
that serves me getting ready or being at the club and turning up.
Yeah.
but that's like an age
Not my
too.
geriatric ass, but
Like you said, it's an age.
thing.
Like
100%.
Sexy
But
Red's
we
not
had
going to be
that.
doing shit in
We had
10
that.
years.
But
like,
we had, like you
yeah.
said, we had that.
which it's also kind of why if you look at something like Ray Stremmer and how they kind of struggle with their last album,
'Cause-
but they popped off so hard, it's because I do think that that's one of those things where like it
is.
really depends on what age you are and when you come off and like
Because they're not giving bars. They're not giving really
Slim Jimmy.
introspective.
Come on.
No, it's more like it's like more yeah, Slim Jimmy it's he's a
I
little
don't
more
take advice. All I do is swipe. I don't.
yeah,
got
he's
no
a little
type.
more in the pocket than or no, you could say
I
that
mean,
Sway is more in the pocket than
Sway
Slim
Sway
Jimmy.
has a double diamond.
He's got a no.
Sway,
Well, I guess I could like
got a double diamond.
Sway probably has so many features that have gone diamond,
Ridiculous.
double platinum.
he's like the new Nate Dogg,
yeah. He got the
He's
hook.
in that
but
lane.
more
that lane.
versatile.
No, but the same lane.
Well,
What'd you
because
guys-
also like yeah.
What'd you guys say about the song on the Spider-Man track?
It's
Yeah, like
anyone can fuck with it.
yeah.
It's
You're
like,
I think
you could
you
be
both
45, 50
I think
and
both of
fuck
you were
with
like,
Sunflower.
I know I've heard this song. No.
Sunflower.
Yeah, like I know I've heard this song before by.
Oh yeah, it's not a new
Yeah,
sound.
yeah.
It's not anything like that. But it's
Yeah.
You know what's funny is
It
I
just hit
will
right.
I will
It
say
hit
something. I remember when Ray Stremmer came out with
I don't like him.
I Ain't Got No Type.
I know I
Sean
showed
was
Sean
like
them.
Sean
Yeah.
hated that song.
I showed him. And
he was like, it doesn't make
ridiculous.
sense.
I still don't
he
like
says,
it.
He's like,
Lyrically, it's
bad bitch is what I like. Then that's your type.
Yeah, 100%.
You say- It doesn't make sense. It's,
Yeah.
it's semantics, and that's like a rare Trey moment for Sean
Yeah,
right
bro.
there. Like,
No,
No,
I
I
mean,
definitely showed it Sean, and he was just like, "What is this?" That's when they started calling me Little Tay.
Yeah.
Little Trey.
Little Trey. I started asking Trey. I was like, "Why are you hanging out with little kids, bro?" I'm like, "Should I be
I'm like,
concerned?
bruh,
Are you
this
hanging
is
out at
like-
schools and shit,
This
man?"
is like the shit because it was different when that came
well,
out.
the fact that it's like Pusha T is like championing them, and he's nothing,
Yeah.
anything sonically or like anything like content like that. I thought that was the thing, but I thought this would be a good segue because you wanted to talk about like success and achievement, and it's kind of like what we're
getting,
talking
the
about already.
culmination of
So
what we're getting to.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask like what exactly did you want to?
Well, Mike, so I have curiosities about how you guys see your successes in life? Like in terms of the things that you've done in life, with work, with what you've released, if anything, have you ever seen something that you've created and put out to the world as a success?
Define success.
That's you to define. I can't define it for you because I feel like if I do, you can be like, well, that's not how I see this as success.
Okay, so I will say, like, I was
I've
talking
seen success in everything. It's just variant degrees of it.
Well, like
I'm gonna get back to
something
that.
tangible. Like I was talking with Marlene, and I was like, I don't think I'm like a big. I've never had big dreams, like in general. Like I was like, I've always been kind of like in survival mode. So I've always been like very short term, like just getting like, if you want to say paycheck to paycheck, but just like thinking very short term. Like I've never had grand plans. Like I'm like, I want to start a company and I want to be a CEO. I've never thought in those things. And then I was like, like, and I don't think I'm gonna ever be able to own property in Los Angeles. Like ideally I would, but I'm like,
bro.
but then I was like, I'd like to own like a house in Italy. But one could say that's a big dream.
Yeah.
And then we went to Bevmo, and I was like, oh, like I designed that. I designed that. I designed that. And I was like, oh, like
Now that's
cool.
like
Like I didn't think about it because like I was so in the weeds, like I was in the trenches with that. But I was like, that's a success.
how did it feel? That's what my curiosity is.
Like I've looked at it so much that it's like almost like negligible. But then I like talked to we were talking to the guy, and like she likes to brag about me, like, you know, shout out
shout out
boo.
good girlfriend.
And we were talking to the owner. I was like, yeah, like
I did that.
well, because I was like, oh, like Bevmo, the GoPuff, I believe they own Bevmo. They got another agency to redesign their stuff.
Shit.
So I was like, oh yeah, I just wanted to get some stuff like that I designed before they phase it out and it's no longer in the stores. And he's like, oh shit, you designed that? I was like, yeah. And I was like, that's pretty cool.
Sometimes
Like,
you just gotta pop your shit, like, man.
I mean,
Yeah.
for real, like, see, that's where my curiosity. The reason why I brought this up because I think all three of us are very diminishing of everything
bruh.
we do. I don't think any of us on here are actually like, holy shit, with what we've done.
harshest critics.
Yeah, I think we're the harsh critics. I think we sell ourselves short. I think we probably look at our successes more so as like
Small.
like a breeze. You go like, oh, that was nice, but like I'm gonna,
That was-
you know,
On to the next one.
because that's what I'm curious. Like like what you're telling me is like you have your work for Bevmo,
Right.
a national, you know, across the nation, people are touching it, seeing it, everything like that. Most people in their lives will never ever have that, and most people in their lives would be like, "Yo, that's crazy what you do," but it sounds like it's like kind of hard to be like, "Oh shit."
Accepting.
It's like to remove myself from my role within the creation to like look at the actual
I
creation
think it's
itself.
just to accept the.
That's just to
I think it's just to
yeah.
accept
Yeah.
the. Because I mean, I was in the session for the 2 Chainz song, what, Gray Man or whatever, and he got nominated and all kind of shit. Like, I was in the session for that song, and it's kind of just like I was just there, but like that's
super dope.
most people will never.
But like how you're saying it right now, it's exactly how I think we continuously.
Yeah.
I can only speak about us three, but we continuously sell ourselves short.
Yeah, because I was like, I was there.
But that's it. Like it's not just that you were there.
I know.
It's that
I
you
know,
were
because-
on the session of a song,
And I
that got-
watch documentaries and I fucking geek out over shit like that.
totally.
But you don't put
know what I
yourself in that like,
Yeah.
like you would never.
Ever.
Well, it's kind of the same thing. It's like shout out Neil, shout out Mill, shout
went
out
to-
Charlie, shout out
All
Nadia.
the
Like
homies.
That's one of the
Bill,
reasons-
I think
bro,
they,
like,
Bill, shout out Bill,
Yeah.
like for sure.
fucking even drive his fucking account for K&N. Like,
So that's one of the reasons why I brought this question up because I know I've talked to Millie, shout out Millicent, about when she does something, she's already on to the next thing. And she has expressed to me that there's sometimes like she doesn't sit in the revelry of her thing. But to me, she is
boss shit.
one of the people that I look at and I'm like, yo, if I want to be inspired by somebody that's doing shit, like you are one of those people in my circle that
Bro,
I'm like,
the homegirl
oh my
was
God.
like, I was tripping out because at Super Bowl Sunday, the homegirl was like, oh, isn't the homie's name Casey? And I was thinking of like Narelle and Casey, you know what I mean? I was like,
yeah.
oh yeah, for sure. And she's like, yeah, he does the dopest shit. I was like, yeah, he built some dope ass shit. She's like, yeah, he goes by Hero. And I was just like,
yeah.
who are you talking about? I was like, oh, you're talking about Casey. She's like, yeah, I said Casey. He's like, I get
I know
that.
2 Casey.
Now I get it.
I know 2 very accomplished Caseys.
But
so.
he, shout out Casey, he, I think, would also agree with us in this scenario. He's sitting here. He tells me shit that he does, and I'm like, bro, like, billionaires hit you up for your artwork. It's in NBC and Fox. It's on that TV show, the Apple show, the morning show. His artwork's been used in the show. But
Sean hit me up, or Sean King asked me, I was like, do you think Casey, I was like, I don't know, hit him up. It's going
Some
to charge
government
you.
names up in here?
Oh, shit. Sean King don't care. But he's Christian. But
Okay.
see, we have Christian friends.
the Lord's got him. But yeah, I was just like, it's going to cost, but he'll
Yeah.
do it. Like,
So like, okay, so kind of back to it. So, so you were able to see that as a success. Now, you know, but like,
I know.
take everything.
I know.
I've seen lots of successes in my life.
Well, like, think about all the things that you've released.
I've seen like things that I've like think about, like just even playing certain stages with certain people. I've done so many things that I've wanted to do, and I look at it as I've never done nothing.
Yeah. So that was, I wanted to ask you because I think I look at the band or music or things like that similar, where like in the moment, I was like, this is cool. But that was literally the gist of it.
Sorry to interrupt, but speaking of music, shout out Tay. Like, he's like has this active role within millions of people by now
Yeah.
experiencing their favorite artist, and he has this like
He's a
intricate
perfect
role. Like,
he's
yeah,
a
you could
perfect
say that.
example too. Shout out Tay. I know if he was here, he often expresses to me the same thing. He downplays his work, and I get it because it's his work. I get it because it's every
And I
single
feel
day.
like too, all the homies are all doing something.
Yeah.
Even if it's not like say for job's sake, if it's personal, it's like, damn, he's killing it on the personal shit.
So now
They're just like, fuck.
I think most of our friends would say, I've seen success, but I don't really hold on to achievement.
Yeah.
And I was going to say, I think that for the, like,
We've
like,
all seen success.
like there's been success. I mean, like, but do you like have an idea of what you want to succeed or what achievement would look like for you?
Nah, just like I feel like I don't know. It's just probably when I get it, I won't notice it, and I'll have to look back and be like, that was it.
You think it's a retrospect thing?
I feel like it's gonna be something when I'm in the moment. I'm gonna be like, it's the tits, and then like a year, 2, 5 years later, I'm like, that was a shit.
That was it.
That was
That was it. What about you? You think like, take for instance, like, okay,
you were doing art shows and killing them, bro.
You were able to look at what you created as a success, but as like, do you see that as like you achieved something on your path to success? Like, do you have, now that you've done these things, do you have an idea of like, as a creative designer,
what success
is for you?
I feel like it's almost inherent in a creative space, not even as a profession, but in like being a creative in general. No matter what medium you're working with, it's almost like because you want to constantly push yourself forward, so you never see achievement. You see relative and temporary success in reception to your work, whatever that might be.
But I think praise from peers in the space lean to it.
But I think that's maybe success in like, oh, I achieved what I was aiming
like
for.
your peers in that space, like, oh, you killed that shit.
But then,
you
like,
look back and like,
I feel like, yeah, you don't recognize that as
killed that
achievement.
no, you're right. You're right.
Like, you're like, oh, okay, that was great.
It's retrospective.
And then you're going to look back and be like, oh, I could have done it better.
Could have done it better.
And then it's like, oh, the next one I'll do better.
So that's the interesting thing about achievement is like,
you're right.
people define themselves as by their achievements. I don't think we do. I don't think I hear that. But people who define themselves on their achievements generally get stuck in their spot because they're like, I did this thing and that, like, I mean.
That's why I had to disagree when you say you're not a dreamer. You're a dreamer, or you would have been maxed out at middle school, bro.
Well, it's like when a certain conversation happened where you had a guy talking about his band that he was in high school. And we were all
out.
And that to me was
Maxed
somebody that was
out,
like,
bruh.
this was my achievement.
You maxed
And I'm
out.
like, yo, you got to let go of that
Like
achievement.
that person that
That's
like
not
prom was it.
totally.
I never even went to that shit.
Yeah.
So it's like, wait, does success
So that's what I'm
drive
saying.
achievement time?
Well, achievement is what you kind of like, I achieved this thing. Like, and so I guess achievement could be more like that thing gives you the like
only in retrospect. Maybe?
yeah. So like if achievements we're more likely to define ourselves by, where success is more of a feeling. Like, oh, like
I feel that.
Like if you
I
ran,
do feel that. Yeah,
like
I
if,
could feel
like
that,
if you
yeah.
ran a marathon, like, oh, I achieved that. Like that was an achievement.
But
success
would
only
have
after, because if you don't finish it, then it's not an achievement.
Now,
right?
somebody might be like, okay, that success felt great, but they might hold on to that defining moment as
Forever,
their
like,
achievement
I
and be like,
ran the LA
I ran that LA marathon, but there's no success in that anymore.
Yeah,
there's
it's like-
nothing there. You're like,
Yeah.
you're
You did it.
not. Yeah,
You
like
did
okay,
it.
cool. So you're basically holding a trophy up that you got when you were in.
Whereas all of us throw our trophies to the
Out.
trash.
Yeah.
It was
and I don't. And so
on to the next.
or buried deep in a closet.
Buried-
a metaphorical
very
closet.
deep in the what was the level of subconsciousness?
yeah, just deep.
Level 5.
In the Westworld level of deep
dug
cold storage.
the deepest hole. So I'm curious. Also, the one of the questions I was wondering is, do you give yourself a backdoor out of the
No.
things that you try to strive for? So
No.
if it doesn't go the way that you
No.
thought it was, you can say,
No backdoor.
Oh, wait. But let me just. So like, because I think you'll change your mind.
Okay.
Do you say statements like, "Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I could have done more with it. Yeah, well, I just did it. I just wanted to finish it up."
Of course.
Because I think in that sense, it's successes, but with caveats. It's successes,
Of course,
but you're
because
like,
you're trying to get to the successes.
and so it almost doesn't feel like a success then.
Because you've done X'd out 5
You
of those.
seen it that it wasn't unachievable.
I've done that. So I know.
Well, it's like you
to
took
me,
4 barricades down, and you're like, "Well, I just ended here instead of
exactly it.
ending over there."
Instead of jumping that big fucking chasm
Instead
that
of
really
going the
was
last
like
5 hurdles,
100%.
the end.
You stopped at the end. And I think that, I personally think that that's what most people, what ends up stopping their path with success and things is because they're just like, after a while of not going all the way, I just feel like you stop. You're just like, well, I'm not getting a feeling of success, which is that good feeling that you got when you saw your work in
I'm a dreamer, though. I'll be dreaming till I die, bruh.
So what would you tell yourself though? Like, what would you tell yourself in your path to success? Like the thing that you think you need or that you want to do.
Stay on target if it's meant to be.
but what's the target?
Do what you're doing.
Do you have like, so you're like, because I know for me, I'd be like, actually go 100%. Like actually
I know, but
go.
like 100% is always different.
But I can tell you when I wrote a book, I was like,
Was it 100?
no, because it was safe. Because I went to the safety zone,
but-
and that's so I think.
But
that,
it is 100 to someone else.
But what? No, for you, because like the 100 is never a static target. It's like
that's what
No,
I'm
no,
was it
saying.
100% at the
but
time?
in the moment it wasn't.
he-
Oh, okay.
yeah.
No,
There
in
you
the
go.
moment it wasn't because I
Because you're
know.
saying you took down like 4 hurdles
Yeah,
to get
it
the end.
out because you just want to be like, I want this done out, and I know that feeling of like I want this done and out. Where
But then you disregard the 10 hurdles that weren't there at the beginning.
and I 100% my
Well, you
success on that, I throw it out until enough people maybe go like, oh my, like 'cause
Everyone around you's like, Sean wrote a book.
I mean, people still like
Like, he
people.
did write a
People
book.
buy it and like
Wrote a book.
but like
I was there. I witnessed it.
It took me a while to be like,
I wrote a book.
that was kind of crazy. I did that. You know what I mean? Like,
I felt like I was integral. I was like, get that book out.
yeah. And so it makes me just like really like I think sometimes achievements get in the way because it's like, oh, I did that thing.
No, you just want different achievements. The ones you have, you don't like.
Well, I think accolades and achievements are different things.
It's the same thing.
Yeah. What? How so?
Well, I mean, maybe accolades are like maybe there's like maybe
Acknowledgements.
more acknowledgement that's from other people, and then it all comes back to
But an
validation.
achievement is like,
And validation is never by it should be, but it's never
Never by
I think
you.
we never give it to ourselves, but
It's
it's
by
always
a
given by other
committee.
people. Yeah.
And a lot of times people talk about your achievements, and to me, it's not a success, such as a master's degree. I'm not hating on myself. I think it was a great thing. But people freak out on that achievement. Like, oh, that's a fucking huge achievement. And I think to myself, I've done bigger things in my life than
but
this.
in their reality, maybe they've never
I get
been
it.
around somebody that's done that.
Yeah. Or it's like they've heard it. Like
It's just
sometimes,
not achieved.
sometimes it's like a heard thing.
You remember the kids that were in high school? They're like, I'm the first person in my family to graduate high
Yeah,
school.
that's very true. Good point.
Well, it's not even like this is not anything on you, and this is like it's like when say specifically for that, that's like a pathway that's clearly thing. You've done things that are you had to blaze your own trail, whereas
For sure.
like this is like probably
yeah,
almost
set
the
up.
easiest of your achievements.
That's
Setup.
exactly. That's it. To me, when
You
I
just follow these
I
bullet
just went
points.
to school.
it's literally I read the syllabus and I did.
I
what
just
they
went
said.
to
You
to
understood the
class
assignment.
Yeah.
and did the
And
assignment.
did the assignment. I showed up. I showed up.
And that's why I look at school funny, because my parents, a C was you just showed up.
Yeah.
C's get degrees.
But to some people, a C is like, I was there, I was active.
Do you think that there's friends you know that like are highly functional, like what we would say successful people, that they would look at themselves and say that they're not successful?
Everybody?
Most
Yeah.
most people.
Everyone?
Because I think we also know like a lot of creative people. So I think
Yeah.
like that's never, I think that's always like you have to push
It's
yourself.
a plight of creativity sometimes, I think.
It's a blessing
too.
and a curse.
Yeah, because I know, like, I'll speak to like artists specifically that paint or anything like that, and like almost every single one that I would talk to, they'll say something about like, yeah, I don't like what I'm making right now, and I'm like, yo, you're making the thing,
Dope shit.
you're making dope shit. And he's like, yeah, but I'm like, but you just did this whole thing. Yeah,
But then the other side is, how is it so easy for people that make the shittiest art to be like, I'm an artist. I'm an artist.
because I guess they can dive.
This-
in-
This shit is hard.
Those are the people that like, that's like, I think a lot of artists that are like, oh, never pleased. They're like, I'm not an artist. Like, we're the people that are
I
like,
hate to say that I'm an artist, because then people are like, well, what kind of art are you doing? I don't know. I just make it.
You can put some music out
Yeah, eventually.
eventually.
hey, so if I post like paintings I'm doing, will you, every painting I post about it, will
I'll
you
post
post
a beat.
some music?
Fuck, you guys should please do that.
Hey, I mean, I
will.
got that one that's in the works. So if I post that within a couple weeks,
Sean's
you're
heard
gonna
new
post something?
music. I showed him some new shit.
I'm feeling lonely being the only person that's posting work. I'm just
I
lonely
showed
out
him
here.
new shit. I showed him new shit. I'm out here.
It is dope, but I have a
Yeah.
library.
Oh, yeah.
Like if Trey,
You have a discography.
I never want this to happen, right? Never, ever, ever.
Probably
Right?
longer
It's
than
gonna be one day. The
Ariana Grande.
post-mortem library that I would have of Trey.
I've thought about that maybe 4 or 5 times in my life. Like if
damn.
I left, at least they could be like, well, he did do this. And people would be like, oh, he was active.
But like, wait, it's
But
like,
if he posted it, if he like,
you saying
if
for
he
the
put
past
it out
40
there.
years he made 400 songs and does no one ever, no one,
Never even.
And
So I
they
was
were
like, yeah,
yeah, and they
It's
were
almost
and they were
masturbatory at this point.
there's about
not even bad.
About 80% of them are certified bops.
Yeah, not even bad. Not even bad.
Do you hold back because you don't feel it's a success?
No, I feel like I want the whole shaboodle, and unless I get like how I look at it as success, it's not going to be right.
Is it achievable?
It's achievable. It's
Have
just
you-
no, it's just going to be difficult. Like at least for music, for me, it's not. I don't need to be the only person, but I would like to hit certain accolades in music.
Yeah. Do you have a sense of what it would look like because you have a reference of the past where you did it?
Yeah,
You do.
and that's why I probably don't put stuff out.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I mean, I know.
And then I see the shitty people, and I was like, why don't
Well, that's
I
what I was
put
gonna
shit-
say. I know everything you've done. I know the
why don't I put
successes,
shit out?
and I know also the hardships of
Yeah.
it. But when I think about you trying, like what you just said right now, I'm like, that's a sense of like you trying to achieve a specific thing that almost doesn't seem like.
It's almost unattainable because
It
it's
almost
so
sounds like you wouldn't let
grandiose.
yourself achieve it.
It's so grandiose. It's like, oh, you need to hit like the Usher Super Bowl top 1
Right off the bat.
Right.
If you're not booked for the Super Bowl the same year you drop your single, failure.
Okay, so
Failure.
I just want to touch on this because you said it last week. Fucking Lewis Hamilton did not go to Ferrari.
Wait,
He's
what?
going.
He's going.
It says he's for the 2024 season. He has a
Yes.
2-year contract with Mercedes.
No.
2024, 2025.
he's-
No.
Look at the Formula One website.
No, I know, but he's going
He's
to
going
Ferrari.
to Ferrari.
Yeah,
But you
he
can't sign a contract and then sign another contract while you're at a team. That's
Yeah, you
like
can.
it's not.
That's how contracts
it's not allowed.
If the contract isn't for
If he wins with Mercedes, he's not going to go.
is. Bud.
Oh,
We'll
2025.
join
That's
Ferrari
what we
next
said.
year.
But
that's-
Okay, so we said
No, you
next year. We said
we
next
said
year.
next
We
year.
said next year.
Well, you said he's there.
I guess we did, but
We
said
may
that.
have. I'll give you maybe.
Well, no,
But we did say next year.
because
We said next
you did
year.
not say 2025.
No, we did say
You did not
2025.
say,
I
and
did
you
say
did not
next
say next
year.
year.
I did.
You just said. Well, we
All right,
can
we'll
review
cut
footage.
that out.
We'll go back.
We'll go
no,
back.
We said he's going, but I can see the confusion.
No, you did say he's the
at. Okay,
He's
I can,
at.
I'm not going to disagree.
Right here.
Right here in my cortisone.
Because like I remembered and I was like I haven't looked up because Formula One's the season's starting up shortly within a
is
couple
it?
months.
How long is their season?
It's
Shorter, right?
probably like 6 months or something. 'Cause
Oh, so it's a half a year?
sometimes there's like 2 races in a month. Sometimes there's like 3.
So they don't race a lot
No. But that's at the same time, like they don't get a practice in between things.
because they're not on the tracks racing. Yet.
No, they like their practice is right before the race the same weekend and stuff. So I was like, okay, like
No, yeah, he's going over there though. Yeah,
because
25.
but because I'm like wondering, I'm like, if he's not gonna win the championship this season, but I was like,
still
if he
like
did,
in the top 3.
no.
Okay.
So that's what I'm wondering. I'm like, if he's not going to, but if he won the championship this
Would it
season, like,
turn-
and then he won the next season,
Is he in the top
I feel
10?
like he wouldn't. Yeah, he's top 10, but there's only 20 drivers.
Ooh, okay. Is he top 5?
No.
Ooh. Okay.
Like he's top
Maybe-
10, but
yeah,
like
he's
he's
about
like he's
7,
jousting
8, 9.
jousting that like 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
They're all. But I was like,
Okay.
because it's like
I'm sweaty.
Blaming on your lineage.
the subjects, the topics and subjects are you're getting riled up.
like
It's funny. I got riled up this episode, but I was like,
I called
noticed.
it too.
I was like,
said it. I told
was
you
like,
if I was like trying to get someone riled up.
but I was like, the last few ones, I was like,
You've been
I've kind of
inactive,
been
yeah.
more withdrawn. And
I got
Sean's
you.
been
I
like,
get you when I see your hair shaking. Like
I would.
no, like this. Like
I hope
you
we get
hear
the
me.
shot. I hope we get the shot where it starts up and I just start laughing because I was like in my head I was like, that's not me this week. So
That's when his hair is shaking. He's like, you hear what I'm saying? I'm like, I get you.
do not agree with you.
I know you don't agree.
I like it because when you look at the waves at that moment, if we go back, they're just like poof, peaks, just
Peaks and valleys.
You have any last words?
Before we leave, dope that Kai is actually a sponsored athlete by Nike.
So is that
Athlete though?
the same thing then as what's the short comedian
Kevin
Hart? Same idea, basically. Like he got a
Relatively,
shoe.
it's just like how Nike has sponsored social media skaters to their skate team.
But
Do they get shoes or
like,
do they just
they're-
get floated like
They
SPs?
get money, shoes. They are
okay, but
sponsored
like they're
athletes.
known for doing a sport. I don't know. Sometimes it's weird calling skateboarding a sport. Not to say that there's any not athleticism involved, but like
You're breaking a whole lot of bones.
is Kai like he's training obviously, but is he actively participating in a sport like
basketball. I think that's the whole thing. So basically, he's saying he has a dream to make it to the NBA. He knows he can't. But I think
that's his like spiel. That's his shtick. That's his bit that he's running with.
I think so.
Obviously, he ain't no Muggsy Bogues.
And even he was 5'6".
What short athletes are there? Like Chris Paul's the shortest, and he's like 6 foot. Your favorite?
Oh, Ninja was the first one to get a deal by
Oh,
Adidas.
he got a deal?
By
With
Adidas,
Adidas.
2019.
And he was huge.
But would you call Kai an athlete though? Like,
no, he's a streamer.
Nah, but
okay, that's what I was
I
just
mean,
saying.
this is
like
basically it's calling him a
personality.
they're signing him
Brand
as, they're
ambassador.
signing him as a streamer, and it's an endorsement deal. So
It's
he's
an
endorsed.
endorsement deal.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
he's endorsed.
It's like I wouldn't say he's an athlete, even if you're really fit. I'm not.
That's
gonna
what
call
an
you
athlete is. You're an endorsed.
I have no opinion on this. So I'm asking you. I'm asking you this because you're the biggest Kai Cenat.
I love you,
knower.
Kai.
Would you call him an A-lister?
Ooh, no.
Okay.
A-lister of streaming.
Yes.
Okay.
A-lister celebrity.
Because this
no.
says now Nike adds
like
another
deep
A-lister
still, right?
to its roster.
We all know him. Gen Z wrote that, but let's just. He is
That's a
on.
millennial writing copy.
No,
right there.
he's an A-list if you're under 25.
I suppose. Yeah.
100%. Like they know his name. 100%. Even if you're over 25, you heard the name at this point.
Did you see when he unboxed the shoes from Puma
Yes.
and LaMelo?
Oh, no. I didn't see that one. I saw the last one when Twitch gave him a gift and it was some Buster Nikes. And he was just like,
Oh, the Air Force ones that were.
yep.
But a few people have gotten those and they're
they're just boo boo.
jank.
They're just boo boo.
I'd rather I just have basic white on whites on
He
there.
took him out. He was all hyped and he's like,
Eh?
come again?
That's so crazy because his statement is this has been a long time waiting. That's what
Bro,
Kai
I'm
snapped.
telling
I'm like,
you,
you're 22. How long time could it be?
Well, a long time is a year. In when
their
you're
life.
young, you
Dude,
know.
I know the mind of it's so messed up.
Long time for me is less like 10 years or something.
Oh my god.
No, but I think it's cool. Like, obviously, they understand where and everything's going, and he's very influential. So
They got a young person
Clearly,
doing
yeah.
their brand endorsement.
it's not like they need help,
investors
but it's like bring him on board.
yeah, why not? It couldn't
Yeah.
hurt.
Can't hurt. He don't do anything like you say, Sean. You want him to do something. You don't do nothing bad.
I don't want him to do anything bad. That's not what I was saying. I just feel like he's so good that something bad's gonna happen.
Oh well,
But that's what we're
just something
conditioned
different.
to as well.
No, I just feel like that leak's gonna come out.
When you're at the top, there's only one
But why
way
does there
to go.
have to be a leak, Sean?
Because everyone gets leaked about.
But why are you conditioned to feel that way, Sean?
LA leakers.
Because the percentile is. I'm a percentage guy, man.
Why are you conditioned to feel that way?
Do you? I mean, you know,
He's a field guy. You're a stats guy, or is it the other way around?
I'm a stats guy.
He's a field guy.
We stat.
Yeah,
feel.
I know. The whole time you were talking about the war thing, you kept on saying I feel, and I was like, I wanted to keep on being like, you know, you're saying you feel, but
I get it. It's different, but I'm just saying when you.
nope. Don't even start. Let's just go into
All right.
When you get past the players, past the
do you-
owners, past
do-
everything. It's the same shit.
Do you have any some parting feelings that you'd like to share?
About today or in general? About
In
life?
general, life. Expound.
Love both you guys very much. Love arguing with you. Think it's dope for Kai. Beyonce could be country. Thank you for Good Samaritans. Shout out to the masculine men and females.
There's no relevance
reading
in our
off some
whole
shit.
fucking thing because. God.
Shaw, do you have anything more cohesive to add?
I was just gonna say shout out to my great uncle who flew in World War II. His plane was shot down literally like the week before World War II ended over
real?
Germany. Yeah,
We were talking about this earlier.
he was one of the bombardiers from or a pilot for almost the whole war. Man, he almost made the whole thing.
My grandpa was a hero too in the war.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He ended up dying on surgery out here though.
Damn.
After he had served, but yeah.
I'm watching. My dad and I both are watching
The wings of something.
Brothers of the airplane the World War II
movie.
pilot show on Apple. My dad called me up and he was talking about his uncle, and I was like, dude, that's crazy.
I had asked Josh before we go, do you think it would be dope? How far can you go back on your lineage? Like
that I know
Either side.
either side. Great. Like what? How far? How many greats can you go back?
I think
14
three
generations.
greats in my mom's side. Four
So you can
greats.
go
4 greats in my mom's side.
four
I think. I think
greats.
4 greats in my mom's side.
It's like a couple hundred years or something.
That's
isn't
some white shit. I can go back 2
That's
greats.
that's not white. That's Middle Eastern. That's the Middle Eastern side, bro. Yeah, I got
Right.
pictures.
No, but that's what we were.
Yeah.
I was asking, like, wouldn't that be so cool if you could see like your 10th degree grandfather? You know what I mean?
I feel like that's some like French or Italian kind of where people
Well, I was just
like
saying,
have their
that's like
families.
it's affluence and legacy. Like, if you're affluent, you get to walk down your hallway and see great,
Yeah.
you know, great uncle Jimmy. You know what I
Jimmy.
mean? Jimmy.
It's
you know?
Jimmy.
Whereas we got like, I was telling Josh, like, I was able to. My great grandmother was alive while I was, she passed away when I was like 13.
That's cool to be able to say,
Yeah,
see.
but I told Josh that because my cousin, that's the same age as me, is my second cousin. That was her great grandmother.
Oh, whoa. That's wild.
Bruh, that's what I'm saying. So I was like, that's about as far back. I can go back to maybe like her parents, and that's it. So that's 3,
Mm-hmm.
And Josh, you said about the same, right?
Yeah, my
You said 4,
dad
maybe?
knew his grandparents, and that's probably as far back.
How
as we
many
could
is
go.
that from you?
This is great.
That'd be my great. That'd be
so
my
that's
great
2.
grandparent.
No, wait.
Great.
If
That
This
has
is
to be 3.
It's a great.
It has to be 3. Yeah, because I was like, great.
I've seen that
So that's
picture.
as far back as you can go.
That's about far back as
Well,
that's a far. I
That's
think
about,
there's
photography didn't exist before. That
I think
part
there.
right there.
Yeah. I think there's written post this. My mom might have, but it's a great.
But wouldn't it be different? I think it would be different for me to be able to go back at least 10. That would be crazy to see it and be like, damn, you could see it.
Yeah, actually, great.
Great. See? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's about as far as I can go back.
Great. I got great.
I can go great. That's
That's pretty great.
Great.
Turn to the tiger.
All right.
All right. Well, like I'll say, shout out to you guys who are still listening at this point, if you are. Shout out my lovely girlfriend. She's just had a long week. She's still trucking through.
I'm gonna say shout out to her for being a really good stand-up girlfriend and giving you your credit out in what you've done in like.
Shout out,
That's
biggest cheerleader right there, and
That's
she's
important.
She's got a crazy week, but she's been pulling through and
Don't our waves look much better today?
excelling.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to those Tesla Cybertruck drivers. I mean, good for you for spending a lot of money on something that
On a lifestyle vehicle.
On a legit rust bucket.
yeah.
And I will say, shout out to Trey. I've been wearing mids this whole time, and he hasn't said anything. It's
I was
because
looking at you.
he either can't tell the difference between highs and mids, or he's not letting the mid hate get to him.
Seethe.
So.
No, I was letting you live your life, you know?
Hey,
It doesn't bother me. I just wouldn't put them on my feet.
just buy him a pair, and then he'll have to.
He has pairs that he doesn't. He's like getting to be like me. It's like he just wants to be like me. He has like boxes that he hasn't even
I'm
taken
gonna
out.
roll up and steal those Palominos.
You could probably fit them. They're 10 and a half.
I couldn't because it'd be too big, but I'd still wear them. It's the difference.
That's the difference.
I'd wear them.
Good episode, boys.
All right. Well, thank you guys.
Like, subscribe,
Comment.
and
Thank
also,
you.
You know, we got some really cool comments. Tell us if we're wrong, or you have opinions, or if there's things that you want us to talk
I
about.
like the basketball one. He gave a little comment about who.
Oh, yeah. The KD. Yeah.
Ronnie's been talking to you.
Yes, he has.
Shout out, Ryan.
Shout out, Ron. Ron, thanks for writing back and allowing me to
Conversate.
Back and
I was like,
right.
Ron's been talking to you.
When do you
and
guys
only
want?
you.
When do you guys want to take it out, or you want me to do it?
No, you got this.
You got it. I'm gonna listen to what you say so I can do it next time.
No, let's let Sean take it.
I don't know what he
you do it.
says.
Because I'm going to do the intro. Sean, take it home.
What do you do?
Let's
All right.
practice it. Figure it out.
Do you want to? I'm gonna do it, and you repeat after.
Okay.
Damn, we're gonna walk his hand and hold his hand through it.
You just want me to say thank you, like, subscribe, comment. We did
a
the
little
shout-
more eloquent, you know.
Yeah,
just
and look
thank-
at the camera when you do it. Sean.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks for your likes, comments, and subscriptions.
Listen,
you can catch us on any major social platform at Almost Never Pod, on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. You can catch us on all the major DSPs, which I believe is just Apple
Almost
and
up to
Spotify.
date.
But
Almost up to date.
thank you guys.
This motherfucker's off my ass.
If you get upset of not being up to date, there's only one person to blame. Have yourself a wonderful day.
Thank you guys.
No, you have to do what he did, though.
Oh, you want to do it now?
Oh.
Yes.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in, for your likes, comments, and subscribes. We really appreciate you guys with every energy that you put out to us. You can catch us on all the DSPs, mainly Spotify and Apple. Our YouTube's always up to date. Spotify and Apple are almost up to date. You can email us at almostneverpod@gmail.com if you're into that. And hit up our Instagram or TikTok and double click on us so we feel very important and special from your likes and comments. Go out there and make your day the best day possible and know that we love you. Ta-ta.
Bye.
See?